All right.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Who's that? New voices. What happened?
I have no idea. We must have kidnapped them.
Yeah, I think so too.
But good evening, everybody. Welcome to what is Rewind Gaming's 31st ever 3v3 weekly tournament. Today,
Exactly.
I am Grandy, and I'm joined today by...
Flame Buster.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I was like, are you gonna say my name or should I introduce myself? That was a bit wonky, but whatever.
Yeah, we are fairly new to the Rewind Gaming scene. We've only been around a few weeks, coming in on a kind of trial basis, but this is our first major event together for Rewind Gaming. We've done a few in the past, but looking at the lineup, we've got some pretty high-tier teams coming along to this.
Yeah, we have indeed. We even have. I think. Let me pull up our neat sheet here.
We have some RLRS and RLCS-ish players, definitely.
Yeah, so maybe some of you will recognize some of the names. So, short. I mean, just to break it down, we'll likely have some really good games for you guys, and hopefully we'll deliver them even as good as they will be in terms of casting. So I'm quite excited. Been a while since we casted the last time together as well.
Yep, that's true.
Oh, I see Desfi in the chat as well. Hi guys,
hey.
Chrissy is here as
the
well.
Hype is real.
Yeah, they're more excited to hear us than the games. That's no, they're
rubbish. But anyway, this has been one of the biggest tournaments I think Rewind Gaming has actually had so far. There's well over like 130 actual participants.
Yeah,
39 teams.
The last time I checked that Twitter was 126. So we don't know
Awesome.
exactly the number, but it's a lot. Oh, go Havoc. Yeah, Havoc Karma is cheering for Havoc. Who would have thought? Well, how are you guys doing in the chat as well? Let us know.
We will catch in with the chat every now and again. But our first game today is going to be between Full YOLO and Prey, which is the team of, I think that was Yukio, Tigri, and Zafir. Yukio being a sub for Frontline, which all you guys will probably know by now, as they are in the RLCS this season. So that's the Chaussette, Louis, and Farah, those guys. So Yukio's sub for those guys, which is quite impressive. And they're going to be up against Havoc, who I think are a new team. I'm not entirely sure. I know one guy from that team. I'm not sure whether he's in the server right now, but yeah, fairly new team on the side of Havoc. We don't know really much about them other than their recent score in the round one.
Yeah, and I think if I remember correctly, they demolished their opponents. So maybe they have a shot against Full YOLO and Prey, which obviously have some high
6-0
caliber.
5-1. Yeah.
Thanks for following. Welcome to the stream, Granny, as well. No, but hopefully they have a shot against those high caliber players. We'll see. I think without further ado, we'll just
we can get the teams in whenever.
Into the first match that will be streamed on the Rocket Rewind Gaming Weekly number 31, which is mixed up. Anyway,
and there they go, straight in. Awesome.
And my Rocket League is bugged. I need to restart.
I guess I'll be the one to try and sort of cast this from get-go. Here we go. Full YOLO in the blue versus Havoc in the orange. As Yukio sporting the ESL monthly. Should be a good one. So we go. 3-1 on, we're off. Climax and Zafir going in for the initial kickoff. Actually quite a wide hit. Sylv doing well to get it down in front of his net. Zafir already on the attack. Climax with an awkward save in front of net, and he's going to keep following up this left-hand side. Yukio looking in with a great 50-50 towards the middle, instead of just watching it fly on by. And Zafir, great 50-50 on the wall. That's going to be Tigri hitting it up. Great save. And Sin's going to send it way upfield. So far, good stretch of offensive pressure coming out for YOLO and Prey. Been a lot of defensive reactions on the side of Havoc. This is a good little piece of play. Yukio finally getting it out towards the other side. Zafir with a 50-50. Both Yukio and Tigri going up for it. Climax now. Zafir having a little tussle on this side. Yukio's going to be easily going to clear that. Weird miss from Silva over the other side. As soon as Zafir, again, lots and lots of 50-50s. Quite a slow pace already from these teams, which I guess is the first game. Hey.
Alright, I made it.
But, yeah, no, it's been not too bad so far. A couple of shots, but none of them really been on the net, unfortunately. Until that one!
Just cast his curse all over.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me see what happened there. Okay, so we see... We got hit there from Tiger. Back to Sapphire, and Yuko just comes in, beats into the ball. That was impressive passing play, right, when I joined in. So,
yeah, that was very clinical.
It just needed me so they would go full help. Anyway, so now Sin versus Tiger in the kickoff. Looks like he leaves it to Yukio. That's quite a smart play. Wolf has to go up, puts it into the corner. Smart play from him. Taking out the pace there for Full but it looks like they continue the pressure nevertheless. Climax now pushing it forward. Outplays two defenders from Full and goes for an incredible solo play.
Yeah, that was actually so weird. Like, they had a defensive line on the side of Havoc in front of their net. But yeah, the defending side, Full and Prey were nowhere to be seen as that ball came out. I think they were all expecting a better pass in from the side. Almost too much trust in their teammates. But yeah, 1-1. 3 minutes 17 to go.
They might want to play some more 1v1s so they know when to challenge. But anyway,
maybe.
Oh, look at that from Havoc. They're going for the starting place on their side as well. Climax has to get to it. That is in! What?
Yeah, no idea on that one. Climax was sort of going up very high in the midfield.
Is that the shot?
Yeah,
that is the shot.
That was it. It was just, in fact, it was interesting that he actually managed to get that touch at all because he wasn't reading that initial path. It was only once it had been touched by the Havoc player that he actually got hit on it at all. So a little bit fortunate there, maybe, but still.
Oh, and we see the aggression from Full Yolo going on. Yuko comes in after Zephyr outplays the defender with a tactical whiff. Tiger now comes in, puts it to Yukio once more. They're looking for each other. That's crazy. Zephyr out with the shot, not on target. Yukio comes in, but Climax gets it to the corner. Zephyr with the other shot, but Sylph with the backwards rotation gets the clear there, and Climax making sure it goes onto the net. Tiger has to get to it. Oh, Tiger. What are those names?
I'm going to call him Tigery.
Yeah, Tiger.
Not quite Tiger, not quite Tiger. Anyway, it's going to be cleared out. Zephyr and Sin both tussling for that midfield possession. In fact, that's a great hit from Climax. Not quite going to get over Yukio, though. He's seen those all too many times to know where it's going to head off. Now Zephyr onto Slim. Climax not going to have the angle he's going to want to get. No pass available. And he goes as far as Sylph. To Zephyr in the midfield. This is actually really awkward. Yukio passes down off the Tigre, and that is very awkwardly hit. But great goal nevertheless, 3-1.
It's like, let's take a closer look at the defense. So Sin goes up, leaves two of his mates out in the blue. Sylph doesn't get to the contest quick enough, and Climax is just lost on the line there.
Climax was backwards.
Yeah, he didn't really know if he wanted to move forward or backwards. He was just lost there. He couldn't really do much. But nevertheless, we have 3-1 for Full Yolo now, and 1 minute and 52 to go. So, interesting to see if Havoc can come back from this. Yuko with an incredible shot, and Sapphire just has to touch it, but misses it. No, what?
What?
Wait a second.
I completely missed that.
Goal. That was an
Yuko hits it down. Zephyr completely misses. How does this happen?
Oh,
I see.
I think he wanted to go for the pinch.
My goodness.
He wanted to pinch it with Tiger here, but he was smart enough to jump out of the way. So it ended up being an own goal.
Yeah, very unfortunate. That's going to be 4-1. It's nice to see that Havoc is still managing to get some pressure on the net. It's not completely one-sided here. It's just some individual plays like the Yukio passing play that resulted in very nice angle. Although not this time, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like Full Yolo gets a bit ambitious here.
Ooh,
Great pass there from Climax, and Sin punishes them right away. The double commit on the side of Havoc there ended up being a goal for Havoc, so you might want to actually play that one out, because Havoc is still dangerous. I mean, 4-2, 1 minute 16 to go. That's enough time to make a comeback and even turn around the game completely.
Yeah, and you can see how Zephyr was just undecided as to whether to go back into his net, which is what he should have done, or go for the ball.
Oh!
But I mean, these guys in the midfield, we've mentioned already that they're pretty good in this midfield. Yukio again setting up the pass. Zephyr just going to plant it on home. No one waiting.
like the defensive rotation on the side of Havoc is just completely off at this point.
Mm-hmm.
2 people in the midfield, not even contesting the ball, and Zafir is solely open net there.
What was that?
Yeah. A
Well,
lot of
he's
it
expecting-
gets physical a bit, right? Like they wanna make a statement. They might have lost this game, but the series not over yet. Tiger with an amazing shot there after Zephyr is setting up them once more. Like, look at Zephyr, 2 goals, 3 assists, 2 saves, 4 shots in total. He's taken this game apart basically by himself.
Yeah. Havoc, yeah, well, there's certainly, I think it's the other team who's causing havoc somehow. But full YOLO, as both teams in the name suggest almost. Tigre now, waiting on the ball. Gonna place it in midfield. Again, absolutely no pressure on the side of Havoc in the midfield. Tigre having free reign. Unfortunately, not getting the touch he needed, but Zafir! Your boy Zafir. Great hit. Unfortunately, being saved out. But look, they're not keeping pressure. They're not keeping their goals like covered in the most important times.
Yeah, I think in a situation like that, Sin should have been probably waiting in goal. Like you're on the close. First of all, you want to be on the backwards post, right? Not on the closest post to the ball.
Yeah.
And second of all, there was nobody really to help him out with rotation, so there's no need for him to go out of the goal there and challenge that one. And it ended up being yet another goal for YOLO.
Yep. No, I completely agree. It was poor rotations, but I mean, are they going to turn it back? No, Zafir with the great hero save.
But
I mean, they were trying to pull it back on full YOLO with their own midfield passes, but they don't quite make it. I mean, it's 7-2 with 5 seconds to go, so I believe that's game 1.
That definitely will go down. Or maybe not. Yukio putting it up once more. Zephyr comes in for Climax.
That's
Make sure that one will touch the ground so they don't get scored on once more. So, impressive performance here from full YOLO, but I mean, we kind of expected that from how we introduced the teams, right? But I like Havoc. Havoc is definitely not giving up on this. There are a couple of good situations as well, but their defensive play is not really on point, so hopefully they can figure that one out the next game. So, what are your predictions?
I mean, full YOLO was definitely playing a league part from those guys, but it's certainly not to say that Havoc isn't a bad team. Havoc definitely had some good players, some good individual moments. And they tried to adapt a little bit. You saw them going for some of those more midfield passes towards the end, and they almost paid off Zafir with a hero save at one point there.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that we've seen that quite a lot on the side of full YOLO, like those really heavy hits from the midfield, which you probably don't expect.
Yeah.
When you see a guy going up, like you expect somewhat of a lofty pass, but not those well-placed, really hard shots towards the goal. So maybe now they're a bit more prepared and can actually react to that, having one guy in the defense. But we'll see.
You can hope.
As we hop into the next match.
Yeah.
So let's see if Havoc can put up somewhat of a fight.
Yeah, I almost feel slightly sorry for them that they have to face against this kind of level of team so early on. Because they're definitely not a round, well, I guess it's technically round 2. They have played round 1. So, not the worst, but they're facing up against one of the top tier teams in this tournament, to say the least.
Exactly, and just when you finish your sentence, we see Havoc full YOLO now with more aggression right off the bat. 7 seconds to go, Zephyr looking for Yukio, incredible touch from him, but Sylph is already up. That is a good clear from him, high up into the midfield, so none of the players of full YOLO can actually do something. Incorrect miss there from Tigre. And again, Yukio doing some weird stuff that is so dangerous. Climax cannot really capitalize on that, and Yuko is making sure that one gets into the corner, but it's still dangerous there. Havoc comes in, Sin with more aggression. Tiger needs to get a touch to it. Weird angle for him to clear that one. Zephyr comes in, and that looks like it's finally cleared down the side of full YOLO.
Yeah, that was some really weird defensive rotations from full YOLO. That is not what I would expect them going into this game. Well, they just, Yukio, no, not quite. Yeah, they were so, like, they weren't rotating back as far as the goal for so long, which was kind of weird. Anyway, we see, full YOLO off the top of the crossbar. Zafir again, Tigre not in quite the right position, and Yukio finally, like, what, 5th shot later, manages to come around and slot it in.
Yeah, Climax again with a miss there, and after the 4th shot, full YOLO will eventually score, so you kind of need to get a touch to it at least. But yeah, I mean, after we didn't even play 1 minute yet entirely, and we can already tell that Now we have, yeah. But Full YOLO now going for some stylish plays there. Tiger puts it up for Zephyr once more. Incredible shot from him, but Climax is ready on the line there. This time the defensive work from Havoc paid out. Sinner with a good clear there, but it's still in possession of Full YOLO. Bad touch there from Tiger. Climax getting in the way there. Sylph comes in, but Zephyr making sure he gets to the side where hopefully Yukio can make something happen with it. Indeed, good touch there from him. Zephyr cannot capitalize on that.
No, Full YOLO again, still going for these passing plays, which they've kind of started to make themselves known for, which is great. Like to see more passing plays. But a triple commit there on the side. But they have 2 people in net, Havoc. They're sitting back, expecting to have trouble imminently at all times, it seems. They're being very, very defensive to the point of just not pressuring when they need to. Even earlier when we saw Yukio and I think it was Tigray completely missed the ball, there was no one from the side of Havoc waiting there to try and take advantage of it. So it's one thing they got to improve. They've got to be a little less, got a little bit more narrow with their rotations, a little less wide and spread.
Yeah, it seems like they're waking up right now.
A little bit, yeah.
The ball is in the half of Full YOLO for, I would say, 20 seconds by now. Yep. But now we're seeing Full YOLO on the offense. Sylph getting outplayed there from Yukio, but Sin is back. And I think that was Sylph again who's getting the clear there.
Yeah.
Sylph versus Zephyr now on the wall. But he gets interrupted enough from Zephyr that Tiger can pick up the ball. Yukio with an incredible touch there once more. Tiger getting another touch. Zephyr is up. Is that a goal? Yukio!
Gotta be, surely.
It should be a goal. Climax comes in flying from the post, but he doesn't have the control of the card to save that.
No, that was a great pass from Tigray, and I feel so sad for Climax. He went as sort of a backup for Sylph there. I mean, 2 of them shouldn't have gone up at the same time, obviously. Double commits are never a good thing, really. But unfortunate for him to then miss it on the back end of that play. So that's going to be 2-0. We got 2 minutes left in the game. It's certainly a less high-scoring game than last time. I feel like they are a bit more awake, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I feel like Havoc kind of figured out how to play against it. It's so sad to see that once Havoc has been more aggressive, they get punished right away. And another form of sort of aggression there from Havoc, but Sylph with an incredible save, but it still continues. Tiger comes in once more, and they don't get those clears. They definitely need to come out of those situations. Climax now with a bit of a solo play, but Zephyr comes in once more to Yuko. Sin with a great save there, but Zephyr cannot follow up the touch there. Fortunately for the defense of Havoc.
Yeah, unfortunate for Yukio. He had it in his grasp, but then just jumped at just the wrong moment. Now we're going to see Sin with a great shot. Everyone's floundering about. Open net, surely for Sylph. No, touchdown by Tigray. A hit out from Zephyr. Tigray now is waiting in front of net. They've got to get it out of there. Yukio just watching it.
And look at how much time they actually give, like the players from Havoc actually give Full YOLO there. Now they can continue their passing play. You definitely have to shut them down way earlier than they do. You can't give them control in the midfield to get those passes going. Look at that. Bad touch there once more. Yukio putting it to the side. This time no one's around to pick up that pass. Climax, that is not what you want to do. You can't really dribble against those guys. And Sylph looking for Climax to clear it, and he kind of turns it into a shot, but not really. Tiger is there waiting. Yukio puts it enter once more, but that doesn't connect.
No, Yukio going to try a really awkward shot, which honestly had Zephyr waiting behind. He didn't need to try something clever there. Here we go, Tigray. Passing it off, I guess, to Yukio. Give an odd touch again from him. We've seen a few odd touches from Tigray this game so far, but and this being one of them. But it kind of works in some strange way. Enough to waste some time and allow his teammates to get into position. But anyway, it's back in the Havoc half. Yukio going to keep it there for the moment.
Last 10
Turning
seconds.
it up. Yep, I mean, they've just got to keep possession, YOLO, and they've won this best of 3 and they're through. That's going to be towards net. 0 seconds. It's over.
Yeah,
there we go.
In the last second, we actually see a good clear on the side of Havoc, but they might feel a bit bad that they faced actually one of the probably more promising teams to win this tournament.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk a bit about Full YOLO though, because I have a couple of things written down about them. So, I mean, they had some in the second game. They started off pretty weak though in comparison to the first game. So they had a lot of defensive mistakes there.
Yep.
with really bad touches. Not really. I mean, you can. I think with this caliber of player, you can criticize the fact that they're not really getting it towards their teammates, right?
Yes.
So
They
just had random touches, random clears, which ended up being a bit dangerous for them. But Havoc wasn't really good enough to capitalize on them. They also, but on the other side, you have to mention, Full YOLO had some incredible passing plays, always looking for that third man to pass for, always creating really dangerous situations. And the rotation was never really off, I would say. There was always one guy in the back, always two guys in front, and the third one coming in to take the shot while the third one was already rotating back. So
yeah, there were a few odd moments on the side of Full YOLO. Like there was a couple of, I think especially in the early parts of that second game, where I think it was either Yukio or Zafir, didn't just looked at the goal, noticed that there was no one back in it, but decided to sort of go for a really awkward aerial into the corner, which resulted in some heavy pressure from Havoc. But overall, they're fairly solid. I mean, we mentioned over and over again how strong they were in the midfield, always looking for those midfield passes. It was kind of nice to see Havoc trying to emulate that at some points. Not quite the same success though.
Yeah, but like really, they if you are going to face YOLO, you definitely have to shut down those midfield plays.
Yeah.
Like once they get into the midfield, they're so quick on the offense. You mentioned it already with their passing plays and how they turn a defensive ball into an offensive play so quickly. You definitely have to shut that one down. But anyway, so I think before we get into the next game, we should probably talk a bit about Rewind Gaming and what they actually have to offer. So if you didn't know yet, Rewind Gaming has a Patreon, and you can give some of your hard-earned money to this amazing community to help them grow, help them improve. They have a challenger role, which is only $5 a month. That gives you access to an exclusive Patrons channel, and you will also be awarded with the Patron role.
On Discord.
And if you have more money to spare, you can actually get the supporter role, which gives all of the above rewards. And you can also a supporter screen, or you get also a name displayed with a supporter screen during pause screens. That is only $10 a month. So make sure you help this community out. If you are interested in it, you can also type !donate to support directly via PayPal. And if you're on it, you can also give them a follow on Twitter. It's @RewindRL. And to make sure you never lose out on future tournaments, give them a follow on Twitch so you get notified when we're streaming.
Yeah, we can put that cue card and bury it for the next half an hour. I think that was a good lot of plugging. But yeah, Rewind Gaming put so much in. Loads of these guys give their time for free so that we all get this quality production and tournaments on. So yeah, thanks so much again. We already got one donation from Boz over in the chat. 100 bits. Thank you very much. Always appreciated. But yes, I think.
But I wasn't done yet.
You haven't finished?
No, there's like also the Discord you should join.
I have already pinged the Discord in the chat.
That is great, but without explanation. So you should explain what is Discord, what do you do, what do you get. No, it's fine. You can just join the Discord. It's awesome.
It's where the community mainly resides. So.
And I just want to mention really quick because we didn't yet. You'll also see an exclamation mark Matcherino pick displayed on the stream right now. Matcherino is basically used in Rewind Gaming for hosting their prizes. So you can check that out as well. That's it. I'm done. Okay.
Jolly good. Anyway, we have. So that was round 2 game. Of course, we are going 2-0 in the best of 3. I think the next game. I'm not sure we actually have the next. Oh, we do actually have the winners of the previous game. So Cantankerous. That's a team I've never heard before. Who's in Cantankerous? I mean, it's quite a name. Oh, it's 3 Brits. No surprise. They come up with a name like that. Distan. Oh god, we've got to realize how to pronounce this one. Druvy? I think it's a silent H. And Drew. Oh god, there's Drew V and Drew B. Oh, we're gonna have fun with that one. Yeah, Cantankerous lost 2-1 against Endeavour. They lost their first game 5-1 and 3-1 and 6-0. So Obviously, they woke up in their latter games. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they are now fully awake for their round 3 match. And they're going to be up
Wait,
against...
we're gonna do Cantankerous versus BZK.
That's correct. Yes. So match number Y. Match letter Y.
Match letter Y.
And BZK is their opponent, which we've seen quite a few times before.
Oh,
That's
I see
interesting.
the issue. So it's Droopy, and Distant, really.
Droovy and Droopy, yeah. We can have fun with that one, I can tell you that one.
Alright. So we have Introusers, Arnaud, and Arclane.
Yep. So
Interestingly
guys...
enough, 2 French people with an American.
Oh, really?
Interesting matchup, yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe
yeah,
he's having holiday.
BZK in Trousers has been on... I mean, mostly we know him from Stoic. Like, we've casted a couple of tournaments where he's been on the Stoic side with Elwood and some other guy, Coke Hun, I think his name was. He's here with in Trousers with Unknown and a guy we haven't heard of before, Arclane. So we have to see what he's like.
Yeah, but there's some history of Introusers and Unknown even. I think Unknown contended a couple of times in the Gfinity Contender Cup. Yep. And ended up winning it twice and going second 2 times as well.
I mean, the 2 of them play in Rewind tournaments quite often.
And they also play in the Rewind tournament.
Yep.
So definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, it should be a good game. I don't know how far off we are, how the team's doing. We've got a moderation chat somewhere. Trying to find out how long we're going to be until we actually get these teams in. Cantankerous and BZK.
Looks like we're in the lobby, so until the teams are joining, I would say we get into a short break with some music. Is that an idea?
Yep.
That sounds like a good idea. All right, guys, so...
Should be a good game, though.
It will just be a short moment. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll hear our lovely voices in just a tiny, whiny bit. Oh, looks like they're joining. All right, so whatever. It's every time, man. Every time we do this fancy break introduction.
Yeah, maybe we need to shorten our our handoff to the breaks,
I'm talking for too long, I guess. As usual. Well, that's my job, right?
Spread it out. Spread it out.
Spread the word. Woo. Also, I forgot to Twitter. Doesn't matter.
We've got in Trousers Unknown and Arclane in so far. We're waiting on.
Maybe I should do another break introduction, then they'll join. How about that? Should we try that?
Yeah, go for it. Maybe that's the secret.
All right, guys. Not yet? Alright.
No,
whatever. Just get into your break until they join.
Yep.
Probably a couple of minutes. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. See you guys. Really? That's unreal.
Wow.
There's no way they just joined.
They did just join. Well, get the team straight in, I guess.
Alright, let's get it. That is a fucking... Oh, that is... I'm sorry.
Oh.
No!
Need a bleeper here.
Yeah, we need a bleeper. I thought I was muted in the break, but we weren't.
Yeah, we're going to go straight into this round 3 game between Cantankerous and BZK.
God, now I feel bad.
No worries, man. No worries. Everyone has done those kind of things off air before. So no
anyway.
Worries.
Let's get back into the game. Look at all the Grand Champion titles there. I know, just when we said it, 3 seconds into the game, and we see the first goal for BZK Esports there.
Oh, wow. Okay, that was messy. That was a very messy cheat up, I think, from Distan.
Yeah, it was blended by all those shiny Grand Champion titles.
I know, I was looking at them just... They
anyway.
Score behind our backs.
Anyway. Alright, so we see Droovy putting it up the field. Arclane is... That's awkward position him! And just what I wanted to point it out, Droovy comes in and gets the equalizer only 13 seconds into the game. What is going on?
Great pass from Droovy. Like, that was a really awkward one for Arclane to have to try and deal with. But, I mean, 13 seconds in, we're back to all square.
So it's basically a fresh game right now.
It's like it never happened.
Exactly. But anyway, we see Trousers now having a bit of trouble again in the corner. Droovy comes in. Droovy is up as well, looking for his teammate Distant. And Unknown making sure, but it's not good enough. Droovy once more getting another goal here for Cantankerous. And we've seen 3 goals. We didn't play 30 seconds yet.
Yeah, you can see Unknown tried to get a little clear off. I mean, he was in a terrible position. He was kind of straight in front of where the ball... But he was not in any shape or form able to get any kind of good hit on that. And so when I think it was his name, Arclane, you have to remember that one. Arclane came along from his defensive position on the back post. There was just not much he could do. He hit Unknown out the way instead of hitting the ball. So
Yeah.
it's going to be 2-1. Now 40 seconds into this match. Arcane going to take it up, met by Drewby. He's kind of waiting around, not sure what for. Crazy 50-50 on the wall from Charles. That's going towards goal. Almost goes straight in. No one ready. Arcane going to follow it up. Now in trousers, trying to hit it back middle. Drewby waiting underneath it. Drewby to Drewby.
Yeah, that is crazy. I really don't. I have to watch out not renaming them wrong. But when I say that Distant, the guy with the most normal name in this lobby, I would say, no, probably not, getting a really awkward situation there in his favor. And Distant now once more with the shot after a great pass there from Drewby. And Drewby now on the other side trying to make something happen. Not a good clear there from Arclane. Distant gets yet another opportunity, but Introsis is there. Drewby comes in, puts it center once more. Introsis getting an awkward touch there, but Arclane is helping him out. And Distant making sure that one is not any more dangerous. High up there into the air. Drewby with interesting attempt there. Distant with a backflip there. But looks like... Nah, that would have been an amazing play, but unfortunately, quite work out.
There's tons of 50-50s going on. Drewby just has to get on the side. Doesn't quite make it. Going to be hit out by In trousers. Only for Distant to put it straight back towards goal. Arcane with an awkward save. Oh, you probably could have done better to take that out. And Noah's waiting there. Arcane again in front of Met. No, Drewby not quite going to get there. In trousers, all three of them, like within like a few meters squared in that corner. Really not good rotationally on the side of BZK. But they are going to get a demo, and that gives them a bit of space to breathe in.
And just when you said it, Intros is punching it forward, looking for his teammate there, but Unknown was not really ready to go for it. Drewby looking for a good clear there. Unknown from the wall, almost touching that one, but leaves the ball dead in the midfield. Intros versus Drewby. So many 50-50s, really. It's like we haven't seen a clean passing play yet. And all of a sudden, the game is kind of toning down. I mean, 2 minutes 13 to go. No goals yet.
No. So, staying a lot in the midfield. Like, it's not really going at goal, and it's not really going to other players. It's just across pitch, mostly. Which, some of these teams need to learn on from Full Yellow in the last game.
Yeah.
They certainly knew how to get that going.
Yeah, that is a lot of double commits there on the side of BZK Esports, though. Not really sure if you want to do this. I mean, they're down 1 goal, they have to take some risks. But if you get scored on once more, it gets even harder for you. So you kind of have to find the balance between aggression and defense. Arclane now with a good shot, but Drewby is in the right position there. Kind of fails off the wall there, but enables Drewby yet for another good clear. And Trousers should be able to get it wide clear, and he does so. But all 3 players from BZK Esports in the middle third there ended up not being punished.
Yeah, and so many even just missed touches. Either missed or duff touches, just so regular right now. But that's a great hit. What a pass. They're on the side.
Look at the position from Distant he was in to do that one. Like, it came off the wall.
Yeah.
Immediately, like, what an insane reaction from this guy. Gets the perfect touch there, and Drewby just has to touch that one, really. I think no one in the defense was really expecting that quick of a turnaround.
Yeah.
But Drewby was just doing that.
I was just imagining Unknown in the net, because he was just kind of watching it. I was sitting there with like the jaw open, you know, sitting in the middle of the car going, what?
With his pants down. I'm not quite sure where that came from.
No, I don't know either. I was just, But no, I know she probably should have done something about it. But that gives a 2-0 lead to Cantankerous. And they're still going to keep the pressure on. Drewby meeting it up in the center. Drewby going to keep it in trousers. Going to come across from the side on the back wall over to Arclane, but met by Distant, and nobody is in goal ready.
And all of a sudden it's 4-1 for Cantankerous. Let's see what happens. So we see Unknown on the other side. Arclane, all 3 players are kind of up the mid line there, and no one is in the back. I'm not sure if you want to rotate like this, guys. Not sure if that is the right way to win against teams. I mean, Cantankerous has shown that they're dangerous.
No, it's not. It's not the right way at all. I mean, they've got some individual skill, but you ain't going to win it when you're flying around like that. going halfway up the pitch without any kind of need to. But,
Yeah, that is true.
14 seconds to go. It looks like Cantankerous have this one in the bag. 10 seconds now. Over towards Disdain. Tap it away.
But
Yeah,
lots of misses on both sides. I mean, it's just dropping down right now in the first game. Will definitely go in favor of Cantankerous if it ever goes down on the ground. I know has something to say against it. They'll probably just let him score. There we go. Nice job. Nice fancy
down
display.
4-1 as well.
Yeah, he just
Had
messed
to.
with you.
Yeah, he managed to get a goal. But there we have it. Cantankerous taking the first game of the series against what we know to be a fairly good team.
Yeah, but there are a couple of things that we probably have to point out, right?
Yeah.
Now that we're professional analytic guys. No,
Yes,
not.
that.
Just kidding. I mean, what do you think of the teams? I mean, it's easy to point out mistakes, but I think it's that they have some issues on a macro level as well.
Yeah, I mean, they most certainly did. I mean, BZK had some real problems choosing who should be going for balls at certain times. Even early on, like I believe I picked out the whole arc lane coming across and unnoticed, sitting there getting the most awkward of touches, which ended up being a pass to Cantankerous in the end. Just the choices as to whether you should be going for the ball at any given time. There were too many double commits on the side of BZK. And Cantankerous didn't seem to have the same problems. I mean, you can see the nice spread of stats on their team. 3 shots each for Distan and Druby. And Druby getting the saves out. Like, there was a really, really good share. And it came across in the way they rotated. It was actually quite well represented. And it didn't seem to be out of position all too often, really.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, they want to finish that one. They just join right in. But anyway, so I think, but we've seen lots of misses on both sides, really awkward touches. So, I mean, I definitely see Cantankerous having a bit of an advantage here. Just when I said it, Druby with an almost good double touch there. This time wasn't really in position to capitalize on that one.
Nope.
It's like BZK is aggressive right off the start here, and we haven't seen 2 goals yet, guys. You have to step it up.
Yeah, last game it was in like the first 13 seconds. So this is definitely an improvement.
Oh no!
There's a terrible flip in front of goal. Surely.
Please don't make Season 2 Grand Champion a meme now as well. Like, what is that? Side flips there. I mean,
he had a lot of boost as well. He had like 60 or 70 boost at that point. He should have known, should have done better. But I mean, can't fault him too much. That is one of those classic sort of missed touches on the controller there.
Ooh, good demolish there from Distan, and that is definitely going to be a goal for Druby there. He has all the time he needs. Look at that. Smart play from him, blowing up the defender. Druby doesn't need to go for it. He knows Druby's up in the air, and he just really has to touch that one down. Good, smart play there from Distan.
Yep,
Was it?
Distan shot. I think it was Distan Druby. I can't remember.
And they have so many. They have such similar names.
Yes. 3 Ds. Triple D. There we go.
Well, anyway.
Druby can take it up into the corner. Look at the side of BZK. They're like swarming around it, but nobody really getting a good hit on it. Which again, so indicative from their last game as well. But they at last managed to get over that center line. Distan gonna fling it straight back up. Unknown in a very awkward position. No idea why he's going for that. It's gonna go to Druby again. Awkwardly crossing lines in front of goal. Or crossing cars, I should say. In trousers now. Trying to get off seeing Unknown. Coming up with an awkward, but actually quite a good hit. Would have been dangerous if he hadn't. But now Distan looking at it. Gonna try and hit it middle in trousers. It's already there and waiting. He's gonna take it up. Against 2 though. And that's just gonna be a straight up dunk. Too much trust in trousers there.
But just take a look at the positioning of BZK Esports. All 3 are on the same spot. You could draw a circle around in trousers there, and they would have all been in there. No one was back there kind of expecting a dunk or even imagine that something like that could happen. And either way, they were just too crowded in one place.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to keep an eye on your spacing, because that is not how you're going to win this game anymore.
No, I mean it's 3,
Yeah.
4, made up 4.
4.
Just suddenly 4-0. Yep. I mean Unknown gets an okay clearance. In fact, Disdain pretty good
Distan.
hit, but
That was a brilliant hit, I would say.
but in Charles is not expecting that whatsoever. I mean, it's quite something for a player like Intrazus, who has been around a very long time, has seen so many of these matches, to be fooled by that kind of play. I don't know. It doesn't seem like his usual self.
Yeah, I would say that all of the players don't really look like they're really in this game. So many easy mistakes, but just when I set in, Arclane finally gets something going, and this time the defense from Cantankerous looked a bit.
Yeah, Drewby. He was just too long deciding what he should do in front of goal. Like, his friend had obviously turned around to face the ball, and he was kind of, oh, should I turn around as well? Should I just wait? In the end, he sort of does both, and he's not in the goal when he should have been. So
I also want to point out that Drewby decided to go for boost and was just that tiny bit too late to really save that one, or even had a chance of saving that one. So you might not always want to go for boost, right?
Yeah. It would have been all right if his friend had turned around, like in the immediate one. He would have been that third man. It was so necessary to finish off these defensive rotations. But anyway, 4-1. With not even halfway through the game, there's been 5 goals scored. Drewby coming up with 3 of them. It's a bit of back and forth now in the midfield. Arclane, can he get a good touch on this? No. He's on his
almost.
Floundered around a little bit, almost got something on it, as you say. Drewby, control it down. Gonna try and pass it over. Completely overestimates. Oh no, with the demolition on Drewby, but unfortunately that gets blocked away. And Charles has been really
no, Drewby! Drewby completely caught off guard there, not expecting this pinch at all.
Would you?
He was not ready. Drewby and Drewby both being fooled by that move. But what a pass from Trousers. Anyway. But it looks like I just wanted to say that it looks like Cantankerous it looks like they took off a lot of speed out of the play, being up 3 goals. But maybe now that they get closer and closer, well, Unknown is trying to set up Introses there, that they have to get rid of their passive play, I would almost say, and maybe get going, because Introses comes in and all of a sudden we see a 4-3 scoreline, and BZK is almost about to equalize this game if they score 1 more.
They're definitely back in it. I mean, they may not be playing too well defensively, but if you're managing to keep the pressure on up front, I guess it doesn't really matter. And Charles is coming in well, and what a pass to Unknown from the side there. Ooh, this is an awkward kickoff though. Drewby, no, straight back again with the 2-0 lead. Oh, this is so messy. Arclane with a terrible kickoff. And it's straight at the defender, and Unknown really should have looked around. It's one of those times where you need to use that right stick to have a look around you and see where it's happening. But that's going to be a 2-0 lead now, effectively.
I think the correct play would have just been waiting on the line while Intros is going up for it. Because at this point, you both were just committing, and it ended up being a goal. And while I'm talking, we see one of the easiest goals in the tournament so far for BZK Esports. In fact, Arclane there.
Oh, God. Oh, and Charles
with a great bump.
Yep.
It's like a couple of goals that we've seen that ended up being a result of some physical attack on both sides. So, that was almost yet another kickoff goal. Look at that. Wait, Cantankerous is so good in keeping up the aggression. And they're really quick on the contest as well. Yet another demo on the side of BZK though. Arclane not getting a greatest clear there, but Unknown is there to help him out. Drewby rotates straight up. Drewby now with a shot, but Introses is in the way. And it looks like they get some time to breathe. No, they completely leave the ball for whatever reasons.
Yeah, they were both on the wall going, he's going to hit it, he's going to hit it. and they were just going, where's the defenders, where are the defenders? And they're kind of in a stalemate up in the middle there. Well, that was a good lofting pass. Drewby almost getting on the other end of it. Arclane take it centre. Good dunk there from Drewby. Charles is given a bit of time to take it up. Onto Unknown. He's going to take it off, try and get it centre. Disdain. Good interception. Unknown. Tapping it down. Only as far as Disdain.
Oh, that
completely
is a goal.
out of position now. And Charles is completely bamboozled at the back post.
Yeah, and look at that.
That's easy. Oh, never mind.
And all of a sudden, we see all 3 players from Cantankerous being in the half of BZK Esports just when they were in a potential dangerous situation from BZK Esports there. But like to switch around that quickly is definitely definitely a skill. And
Yeah.
Druvy, while giving his life up for the center ball,
Yeah.
doesn't really end up being rewarded. The sacrifice was useless.
Unfortunately for him. This is going to be 10 seconds left. 6-4. For a moment we thought BZK could come back from this. But it looks like with that's going to be it. It's going to be Cantankerous winning out against BZK, knocking out Trousers in his squad. Which is, I don't know whether that's an upset, as I hadn't really heard of Cantankerous going into this. But damn, round 3. Already coming up with some big games and some reasonable goals.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have shown up this game. And yeah, I mean, post-game analytics, what do you think? I definitely want to point out that BZK Esports had some major issues with rotating and spacing. I've never seen high-quality teams doing that before, where they were basically all three hugging the ball, all kind of waiting to touch it, but no one was really going for it. So they were in the same spot but hesitating. So that was really messy from time to time.
I mean, I know that Introuded and No has played a lot together, but I'm not sure how much Arclane has been in the mix. Like, from looking at the previous rosters, I haven't seen his name come up too much. Introuded and No, definitely. But, like, sometimes that third man does make all the difference. Like, you can get so used to being the two people that kind of just pass in sort of close quarters. But to have that third man also doing the same thing, that's where the mess comes along.
But even then, you should be the smarter player and sit down and like sit back, be the one who's being a bit more defensive, because we haven't seen that at all. There was so many times that BZK Esports was just caught completely off guard, and Cantankerous, all they had to do was just doing one quick passing play, and they were in front of an open net. Sometimes through demos, but most of the times just because the rotation was so off. And there was one goal where BZK Esports, they were just all three players. One was on the left boost, one was on the right boost, and one was right in the middle. And they were all along the middle line while they got scored on from a long clear out of the half from Cantankerous, which should never happen. Like there, they gave each other too much space, but in the wrong sort of direction.
Yeah, we've got to give some credit over to Cantankerous, though. It's not definitely caused some of these issues, not all of them, but they definitely had good vision at points just to pick out some of these passes, even outfoxing players that we know are used to this kind of level of play. So,
I mean, I just want to mention that, of course, you can have your opponent do mistakes, but you should also be able of like capitalizing on it. So all the credits obviously go to Cantankerous. But they also had some mistakes. So we saw, I mean, BZK Esports probably should never have the opportunity to go for 4 goals. But anyway, nevertheless.
Are we going to take this opportunity now just to very quickly, we're going to go into a short break. Do it quickly so it happens.
Probably,
anyway,
so this time we're not talking too much. Just
before
get to the break
the quarterfinals, it's going to be, I'm not sure who actually won the stream at this point because the games are still going on. Somebody versus Bad Company. I'm not sure it's Eliminators, who actually we know one of the guys playing that, and Super Hot Baguettes, who are quite actually a firm favorite. Zedo and Steak and those guys who've been in so many previous tournaments. Anyway, I'm rattling on. We're going to be playing a quarterfinal match next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a short break.
Exactly. See you guys.
Hier war Winter, dort nicht. Ich saß also in der Maschine und...
Now... says. Freedom with responsibility. In other words, there's no requirement to do anything at a certain time, but we like to feel that we're responsible to the total performance.
To the moon. Look down. Look down. That fragile bubble of life float on a sea of nothing. No up or down, no day or night. Only the slow creeping of the harsh sunlight through the windows as the spacecraft rotates to keep from getting too hot on one side, too cold on the other. They carried with them the biological day of the Earth thing. 3 meals, a snack or two, 8 hours of sleep. could.
Alrighty. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Back with this number 31 of Rewind Gaming's weekly tournaments. We're into now the quarterfinals, I believe.
Yeah, we are actually. It's always pretty surprising how fast forward it goes, like how quick you are. The end rounds, but yeah, who we are? Who do we have right now? It's SHB and Bad Company.
Yeah, so
Don't know if we
SHB
have-
is super hot baguettes.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Fresh baguettes that are super hot from the oven.
We've seen that in a couple of games already. So it's the team contains the players Zedo, which is Zedo and Steak, I think,
Yeah, we know
and
Zed
also
Steak,
Cephali
Club
2K. So
Yes,
there might
also those
be
on the names.
some names that you recognize.
Yeah, and
So,
talk briefly about the other games that have been going on. Because as we speak, we're just about to go into Super Hot Baguettes versus Bad Company. Bad Company, we don't know much about. Super Hot Baguettes, as said. We've got Zedo, who we know a fair bit about. I mean, he's been around a very long time. Tournaments as part of Ascendant or Super Hot Baguette. They've finished top places in Rewind Gaming tournaments, although they've kind of been getting progressively worse. 3 tournaments ago they were first, 2 tournaments ago they were second, and last tournament they were somewhere between 5th and 8th. So they're getting worse in terms of Rewind Gaming performance.
No.
But no, they've done pretty well. They even made it to the losers semi-finals of the recent RLCS Season 4 play-in.
That is quite impressive, though.
Yeah, they got pretty far. I'm not sure exactly what placing that is, but no, that's really good from them. So expecting some quality gameplay. We know they've just beaten our good friend Krizik.
Oh yeah, if you're in the chat, mate, well done though.
Yeah, 2-1 to face off against those guys and lose 2-1 in a fairly classic scoreline. So they won the first game it was quite similar scoreline, like 2-3-2, and then they lost 1-4, so a very sort of reverse back in from Super Hot, and they won 5-4 in the last game. So that's how we get to the teams that we're going to see in just a moment. How are we doing? There's one team already in. We're waiting on Bad Company to join the game. Cool.
Yeah, they're also. They've played Weep Nation. I don't know either. Like, don't know any of the players.
No.
But they ended up smashing Weep Nation in the second game with a 5-2 scoreline. So that's I don't know. Maybe they can put up a fight versus Super Baguette. But yeah, and I also want to mention that it's not Sapphire on the side of Super Baguette.
It's
It
Flopsy.
is Flopsy.
Yep. And Flopsy, I mean, he has played with Zedo quite a bit. I'm looking at his history. They won, I think it was quite a few tournaments ago. Number 22, given it's now 31, 9 tournaments ago. But he's played quite a lot in the past. Potentially a sub-in for Sapphire, maybe. I'm not sure. But
We don't know.
He's got a rich history anyway. He's done a lot of competitor cups. He's done various other cups, League of Pro, MCS Europe, and it's always in the top 8. So pretty good history there from Flopsy. So definitely not a weak third member by any means.
So maybe they can, if they get forward, they'll likely face Full YOLO and Prey. I would. So,
Yes. I mean,
so
we
maybe they
can
can put up a fight there.
we can briefly talk about the other games that are going on right as we're speaking now. Because we've got obviously Cantankerous, who we saw in the last match, facing off against Turtle Esports.
Oh,
And those are the guys that won the previous tournament last week. They did very well. That's Rennie Rentier, iMonk, and Vano. My boy, Vano. They also went in the EU play-ins, came 53rd. So, again, very high-ranking teams.
so you can definitely expect some really good games in the future. We also have Fuckings and Loki Lid. Fuckings containing of Neon Remix, Sharo, and No One Lee?
We'll call him, actually, I don't, Nolly? Maybe it's Nolly.
Noily?
Nolly. I'm not
Noily,
sure.
maybe. I'm not sure.
Other
It's a
team
bit
name.
different if you never heard of them, how they pronounce their own names. But yeah, Neon Remix won the Gfinity Contender Cup alongside Crow, who is part of Loki Lit. So it's interesting to see that they're facing off each other in the quarterfinals. And Loki Lit contain
Crow, Burrito B, and
Devix.
Devix. Yep.
Yeah, so Crow won many Gfinity Contender Cups with Neon Remix on fucking. So there we go. There's like the
There's a lot of crossover.
yeah. Burrito B also played a couple of times with Neon Remix. They won RG tournaments in the past, as well as Gfinity Contender Cups, which I already said. And Devix is a guy that we didn't talk of yet. He also won Rewind Weekly 2 times, number 19 and number 21. So it's a bit in the past. But he frequently placed top 4 in the GFIN Contender Cups. He's a frequent entrant in the RG tournament scene.
Yeah, it's funny to see how much some of these players overlap and change hands. Like, you feel like the regularity in which they play these tournaments, you'd think that they'd actually start trying to form like a specific 3-man team based on how they know each other play, because they will do. They'll know how each other play at this point.
Yeah.
Given how much they played together sort of over across the last months. But I mean, Neon Remix has played with Devix, Crow has played with Devix, and now they're on the same team here. Even Yukio has played with Devix at some point. In fact, quite recently, just end of July, that is. Very recent.
Yeah, I'm having a joke on a line that I'm not going to say. Anyway, so, yeah. So we're still waiting on the
Bad
teams to
Company.
come in. Well, it looks like... Wait. Bad Company is already joining in.
Oh, yeah. No, they are.
Don't remember giving the go, but yeah, whatever. We're in here.
We'll just go straight in, I guess.
let's
Hopefully the
get
third guy
the-
joins. Steak,
Yeah,
come
let's-
on. There we go.
Qualifying's going.
All
You
right.
take it away.
Sure. So here we go. Super Hot Baguette versus Bad Company. They're in. Everyone's sporting a shiny yellow title there. Very nice. Got some ESL monthly elites, some Season 2 Grand Champs, and Season 4 Grand Champs. So a very high-rated game. And we already know these teams are really good players, so expecting a lot from this, even though some of the names are fairly unknown. But already, fairly neutral start, quite slow. Zedo gonna hit it off. Energizer waiting on the wall there, gonna hit it off to paint. In fact, that's an open goal. Yes, M-Town's gonna finish off an open goal. And that's gonna open up within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. SHB was a bit all over the place here. Super. Yeah, we just call him SHB, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway. Looks like Bad Company, not even 30 seconds played, taking the lead here. Another good kickoff and Energizer following up that touch in a perfect fashion. And just when I said that they're up 1 goal, they're gonna make it 2. in a matter of seconds.
Steak, I actually don't know what boost he's got, that's right nice. But he was up in the corner, went back for boost, and then turned in towards the midfield instead of turning back towards his goal, which enabled enough of an angle for the player of Bad Company to get a shot in.
What a shot there! Energizer off the wall there. Look at that. He's setting up himself, and it looked like he doesn't get such a hit. Gets even a double touch mid-air. And Flopsy is completely caught off guard there in the defense. Impressive stuff there from Energizer, ripping the defense from SHB apart once again.
Yeah, Flopsy. For a moment there, I was like, Flopsy, why aren't you... yeah, he just got that second touch, which completely caught him off guard. Which, to be fair, I wasn't expecting it at all. But
No, that
well
was
done from Energizer, just getting that little extra one, making it towards the target. Here, Flopsy now going on a bit of a rampage. He's angry. Steak and Flopsy both going up for that, leaving the defense open, but no one from the side of Bad Company able to shunt it up pitch to take advantage of it. So it slows down a little bit. Zedo and who was that? Steak getting in a bit of a ruckus on their own side. Zedo gonna fly it up, but Pain is waiting. M-Town trying to hit it middle, but Flopsy and Steak are easily gonna hit that upfield.
And Steak is continuing to put it forward, looking for his teammate Zedo. He gets yet another touch onto the backboard of Flopsy. There's a really weird angle, finding Zedo nevertheless. Steak with the shot, but M-Town with the quick contest there, making sure it doesn't happen. They get not rewarded for such good passing play, but that is what we like to see. SHB, they kind of feel the pressure that they're on right now to get back. Energizer once more in front of them, that could be dangerous. Steak gets in the way. Flopsy gets that one touch that was needed for that short break of time for them to breathe, actually. But it just goes on and on. Zedo now putting it across, looking for Flopsy.
Oh wow.
But that doesn't really find his teammate.
No, a ton of physical pressure coming out. Like there were 2 demolitions in very short amount of time. M-Town is now going to try and take it out. Zedo, chance to hit it center. It's kind of floating there. Steak instead going to hit M-Town instead of the ball. It's the ball going in the goal that counts, man, not the player.
But that is a good touch from Steak.
Surely a goal. Yes, they finished it off.
There we go. And it looks like as soon as the game gets a bit less chaotic, SHB comes out on top there. Flopsy with a great touch there that potentially could have been in, but nevertheless, Steak making sure that one goes in right away. And that is the one goal closer to the equalizer potentially. We will see.
Yep, that was a great pass there. Love that. Flopsy going to try it again. Not quite getting the angle he wanted.
Oh, yeah,
Another demolition from Flopsy. He's just... Yeah, he's taken all of his anger out on the opposition players.
Another
Steak
one.
as well. What on earth? Anyway,
Yeah,
all 3 of them within like the same tile of the pitch. Flopsy managing it to get out and rotate back a little bit. Now offensive pressure from Bad Company. They're going to take it up straight back up the pitch from Steak. Zedo goes up, taps it midfield. M-Town's easily going to get that. Paint is actually going to have a good opportunity off the backboard. Flopsy has to get a good hit, which he does. Energizer going to tap it down. And now Steak getting a bit of time to take it up. He's being left alone. Good pass center. No, Energizer's going to get it out of there.
None of the players from Bad Company are somewhere close to contest that. Great read there from Energizer off the backboard, putting it to the side, but it doesn't matter. Zedo gets the shot, but Paint is there. Steak gets another touch there. Flopsy comes in onto the backboard.
Wow.
Zedo comes in, and finally, there we go. The aggression paid off for SHB right there.
Oh goodness, they were just swarming around that. Look, Flopsy, like both of those players, both Flopsy and Zedo, coming from different sides, sort of pretty much at supersonic speeds to get round in time to get the shots on.
Yeah,
that was intense. Like
That
they
was-
weren't
that
giving
was-
up on that play.
No, definitely not. But that is like what you want to do, right? Keeping up the aggression, boost starving them, not giving them any sort of space to gather again. But anyway, they're still in the lead, Bad Company. Looks like they have some sort of aggressive play going on right now. Steak with an atrocious touch there, but gets in the way of M-Town nevertheless. Energizer setting it up for Pain, going back simultaneously. And he's there to clear it one, but not good enough. Zedo with a great shot, but M-Town comes flying in from the side with a brilliant save. Flopsy now looking for once more a pass into the center, but M-Town is on the backboard for the clear. Gets yet another touch. Great stuff from him. And that could potentially be an attacking play. Looks like it. He's looking for Energize in the middle. Flopsy reads it perfectly. And all of a sudden, this game gets so fast.
Yeah, Zedo trying to make a play in the midfield. Doesn't quite make it. I mean, we're seeing M-Town go up on the walls and various parts of the pitch you just wouldn't expect a guy to appear from. But he's doing well to get it into rather awkward positions for this Super Baguette side. But now M-Town's going to be the one on the attack. Steak going to slow it down a little bit, putting it to ground play. Try Floppy, that's a dangerous hit. Energizer going to have to get a good read on it, which they have done all game, honestly. Bad Company are doing really well at diverting some of this pressure we're getting. But 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds.
Can they get one goal back? We shall see. Steak. No, intercepted by Paint. And that is most likely going to be it.
Yeah, this surely will probably just drop the ground. They really just have to intercept. Paint does so, and there we go. Bad Company taking off the first game from Super Baguettes. And I have to say, I didn't quite expect that one. Like, SHB, definitely high caliber team there. But Bad Company looks really strong on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was that the early game was just so bad from Super Baguette. I think it was all their goals were pretty much from the first minute and a bit, wasn't it? For Bad Company, seemed really, really quick at the start there. SHB caught napping, but no, I mean, good showing from both teams at various parts of this game.
Yeah,
I mean, SHB
but I think it looks like SHB found their way within the first game. I mean, the second half of the first game was definitely in favor of Super Baguette. We've seen some crazy passing play, good amount of pressure there from him. They got rewarded with 2 goals, but it ended up not being enough. And I would almost say that Bad Company has to watch out in the next 5 minutes, because Super Baguette will definitely put up a fight and will come out strong, I think.
Yep, I completely agree. And it was the exact same in their last game. Their last match against Eliminators, they lost 2-3 in a close game. Exact same scoreline, but then came back to win 4-0 in the second. Maybe they're just a bit, I don't know, slow to judge the opponent, slow to learn potentially, which isn't a good sign, obviously. But we shall see as they go into this second game. Paint already with a great hit upfield. Not going to get anything from on the side of Bad Company. And Zedo following it up.
No.
That in. Surely that's bouncing towards, and that's going to be an easy goal. 11 seconds in.
That should never happen. Paint is not respecting the 50-50,
No.
being in the midfield, although M-Town was there as well, not rotating back, and gets punished for it right away. And Super Baguette now having the lead only 11 seconds after we got into the game. And yeah, I'm not sure. You can't do that against higher caliber teams, like messing up the rotation like that. But anyway, Energizer trying to get the equalizer. Yet another demo. This series is so physical, and it just continues to be in the second game. Zedo looking for an open net there, almost finding the way into it, but it wasn't quite on target. Energizer trying to get something going there. M-Tone is helping him out, looking for rotation. He's on his way back. Paint now taking it upon himself to put it into the middle. Gets it center. Zedo not with the best clear. M-Town gets the bouncing shot there off the ground, but it's not good enough, and it looks like Steak finally getting it cleared, but straight back into Paint, who's already waiting on the wall. Flopsino comes in, drops it center once more. Zedo is on the wall from Bad Company, but that is such a tight angle. I'm not sure if you're ever going to make that shot.
No, that's going to be off the ceiling. Paint trying to get it out, but not quite doing enough. And both these teams have used their players kind of weirdly. Like the angles at which they're choosing to approach some of these balls are really not resulting in the kind of clearances you would expect from these two teams. I mean, you can see how much it's just floating around in this Bad Company half. Energizer finally getting it free. Steak answering back immediately. But these teams are good enough to get on the backboard and clear it from the most awkward of places.
Yeah, Paint now looking for Energizer. Steak and Flopsy both going up. That could be a potential mistake. Zedo not getting the clear, but M-Town is not in position to capitalize on that. Paint choosing it to boom it across once more, following up himself on that. It's a great double touch here from Paint. I was about to say, you maybe want to put it towards your teammates, but he's just going for the solo play. Great read there from him. Flopsy is not on the line in time, and Steak cannot really get to it from off the wall there. Great stuff there.
Yeah, to get them back. It's now all square again. 2 minutes into this game, 3 still to go. I mean, we've seen so much pressure from both these teams, honestly. It's been very back and forward, as reflected in the scoreline. But now we're going to see, again, another period of aggression from SHB. Flubsy going to go so high, almost at the ceiling. Paint is there. Stake's going to put some pressure forwards. That's going to come out middle, so they're not quite at the right position to take a shot from it. So he just tries and buys some time for the rest of his teammates to get into a good spot. M-Town with an awkward read, but managed to get on the other end of it. Stake picking it right back up. Pass towards Zedo. Is that a shot? Oh, great save from Paint. Going to keep it at 1-1 with half the game still to go. And Paint finally getting it up.
I just want to look at the rotation from Bad Company. They really don't like to rotate back, putting one player back into defense. They're all so eager to hit the ball, and so far it worked out for them just enough to get the equal scoreline. Energizer now missing the ball. That leaves Flopsy versus M-Tone, but he reads the touch, not good enough. Zedo now with an awkward clear almost. Stake now versus Energizer on the wall. Looks like he can't really make something happen. Zedo, take both up there. Zedo getting the touch finally. Paint puts it straight back towards Flopsy. Flopsy quick enough in the air to get it into the center once more. But so many awkward touches, so many lofty touches, not really enough power to go anywhere, and gets stuck in one part of the map, almost.
No, it's almost as if their number 2 and number 3 positions, like the supporting player and the meant to be defensive player, just kind of get confused at times as to who's meant to be going up into that supporting position. There's just not much of a difference between those two positions on the side of SHB right now. So maybe they can figure out who should be going on the aggressive, who should be staying back. But
and now all 3 players from Bad Company are on the half of SHB, but I think the ball was in a position where they could rotate quick enough. Paint getting that one touch that was needed. That was definitely a dangerous situation. Stake putting it back onto the backboard. M-Town reads it perfectly. That is a great clear and could be a potential counter-attack there if Paint gets a touch. M-Town comes in. Energizer not really in position to follow that one up. Flopsy is probably making sure to get at least somewhat going. Stake now for wide clear, and once more SHB scoring because Bad Company doesn't respect the wide clears and they get punished once more.
Yep, such a long hit. M-Town was too busy on the side gathering boosts, not respecting the state of the play up in the other side of the field. And that is now 42 seconds left on the game, and Super Hot Gets looking to take this to a game 3.
Yeah, they definitely look stronger in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they see the flaws on the side of Bad Company. Yeah. Yet another great touch there from Zedo. They comes in, Flopsy comes in once more, but Paint with his 3rd save of the match already. He's a savior for Bad Company right now. M-Town not getting the best touch. Paint should be back already, but that is not the best clear. Flopsy now comes in. It gets man, it's so physical between them. It's like what, the 15th demo already?
I don't know.
But it doesn't really matter. 5 seconds to go. Bad Company are probably with the last attack of the match right now. Puts it out once more. Paint desperately trying to get a touch, but Flopsy will make sure that one gets cleared out right away. It should just drop down. Does it? Hello? Yeah, there we go.
Super Hot Baguettes take game 2. Quite a mouthful. SHB is so much easier to manage from a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1. Zedo and Stake getting the goals and the majority of the shots as well. I mean, you can see, 9 shots on the side of SHB, only 4 on the side of Bad Company. You can definitely tell that Super Hot Baguettes came into the second game feeling a lot more alive, which obviously is what we expect from them, but
yeah, it's still
happens.
Quite messy on both sides, and I mean, they really don't like each other. It seems like we see a lot of banter in the chat as well. But it's so many demos though. They were not really. You can't tell me that there were like 15 tactical demos. That was just
That wasn't 15, not that many.
Just berserkering into them to make sure they don't enjoy the game as much. That's probably all that was. But anyway, so I'm super excited to get. That's like probably the first game 3 that we actually see on stream.
Yep.
And yeah, they can't wait. They all join in. They can't wait. They want to win this one. And yeah, I think Bad Company really has to make sure they have one guy in the back if their ball is kind of floundering out the midfield.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway.
Yep, it's all about being careful, being prepared. Sometimes you don't have to have a guy back if the play isn't needing it. But obviously, when the ball is a bit loose and a bit open to being hit on the bounce, you've got to be careful. But these players, even bouncing off the ceiling, that can make even a huge difference here. There's Flopsy going to try and read it off the ceiling and off the wall, but doesn't quite make it. Energizer, approach an open goal. Steak just about rotating in time. He's now going to take that supporting position. Handing it over to Zedo. Flick it up. Energizer going to have an awkward situation. Zedo going to hit it centered, not quite the right angle. Flopsy over now to M-Town on the side of Bad Company. Into a Bad Company aggressive play.
Yeah, lots of really aggressive commits. They all want to make sure to hit the ball, which probably results in a lot of demos. Steak now missing it. Flopsy is not in the position to get a hard hit onto it. Zedo reading it off the wall there onto the backboard, and Steak is backwards, leaving it to Flopsy. Flopsy to Zedo, and Paint gets in the way. Steak, the amount of pressure that SHB is putting on right now is impressive. Energizer with a good save, and that shot from Flopsy ended up being more of a center pass there. Zedo looking for Steak there once more. It's still going. Flopsy with a great pinch there of the wall, almost finding his teammate Steak there, but it ended up being a wide clear there for Bad Company.
Yeah, that was a brilliant offensive play for the good 20 seconds there from Super Baguette. In fact, Zedo just squeezing it in. I was just about to say how boost starved they had managed to get this Bad Company side during that passage of play. But Zedo with an awkward angle. It's one of those which you think, nah, it's safe. We can always have a guy in net. But no, Zedo is not conforming to the norms. He's going to plant that in at the near post to the surprise of Bad Company.
Energizer wasn't really in position to save that shot though. If he would have just moved a bit forward and waited on his back post, pretty sure he would have actually got a shot, but they were nowhere near to save that one. Anyway, Energizer now trying to redeem himself probably for a pass, but gets once more interrupted just by physical contact.
The video of the dog running at the ball and sort of flying off. Just that had played over in my head somewhere.
Exactly.
We've got Bad Company still on the aggression. Steak, wow, managed to get a second touch. Yeah, it is open. Steak gonna try and get the second pass over to Zedo.
That was so close. That was so close. It's still going. Steak looking for a touch there, but Energizer is on his tail, making sure that doesn't get in. Well, I really like SHB there. Look at that. Steak with another great pass. Zedo comes in, but Paint reads it perfectly. Not the best touch there from Zedo that enables Paint to save that one. And that is a really wide pinch there. Zedo gets in. But that should be good enough. Nope, Energizer with a great demo that could enable Bad Company for an equalizer. M-Town comes in, and there we go. That was a tactical demo in its finest.
Yep. Energizer just taking out, I think it was Zedo on the side there.
Yeah, Zedo.
And both members of SHB remaining. One of them was sort of way back in the net, one of them was sort of facing the net. Neither of them were really in the position to defend that kind of hit. And that's going to result in leveling it up. Back to level pegging. 2 minutes left on the match.
That demo completely threw off the rotation from SHB right there. So this is an example of when it's really good to do it, not out of pure hate or whatever it is. Spite, exactly. But nevertheless, we have 1 minute and 53 to go.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's just anyone's match. M-Town on the line there. Zedo not with a well-placed shot, finding M-Town. Steak with the ceiling shot, but not quite on target. And Bad Company looks so chaotic when it comes to their defense from time to time. But now on the offense, can they make something happen? Energizer looking for the double touch. He actually gets it into Steak that drops straight down. But no one from Bad Company was there to capitalize on that small mistake on the side of SHB.
No, and they're trying to slow it down now after kind of an awkward clearance. It feels like Bad Company just gets slightly zoned in on the offense sometimes. They don't quite realize how quickly these teams can get the ball up in their end. I mean, Paint doing as well as he can to keep it up. In fact, that's a great pass middle. Steak doing enough to get in the way. Now Zedo, with 1 minute remaining, gonna try and get it into this orange half. Does. The Energizer grabs the boost, turns around. Flopsy immediate up into the midfield. M-Town and Steak both getting up for it. Energizer's gonna tap it on. Flopsy with a great hit forward. Can he get a double touch?
That Flopsy?
Yes, he does! That is a double touchdown from Flopsy in this final.
I was about to say, look at Bad Company. No one's back. Energizer has to fly towards his own net, but Flopsy with an incredible read there what a shot. We've seen quite a lot of double touches off the backboard already, but that one was definitely one of the better ones we've seen in this tournament. And
Oh, yeah, I was so
45
happy.
seconds to go. We see SHB taking the lead in this best of 3, which is already in game 3. So the winner takes all, the loser goes home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been waiting for something like that to happen. SHB have definitely been on the upper hand for a while now. It's just only a matter of time before they manage to get something in. With the amount of pressure they managed to get on Zedo, that's a great shot just off the crossbar. But we'll see if Bad Company can get back from this. They've only got 20 seconds. Like, this is the play to make. M-Town. They'll take it up this left-hand side. Met by Flubsy. Needs to get another one. Nope.
Oh, no.
Just wasting time. That's all they need to do. 10 seconds. Energizer takes it middle.
Great hit.
Zedo. And that's potentially going to be it. Nope. Paint
No, it's
gonna
not over
be
yet.
up.
Energizer with the shot. It's still up in the air. Can they get to it? Zedo putting it into the corner. M-Town
Yep,
with an
that's
awkward touch. And that will probably in stake with yet another demo. And there we go. We see Super Hot Baguette moving on into the semifinals. And unfortunately for Bad Company, we'll have to say goodbye.
Yep, 2-1 Super Baguettes. I mean, we knew this team was good coming in. You know, the teams individually have played very well in the past. Bad Company was mostly an unknown, at least from looking back at some of these lists of previous tournaments we've got. But they definitely showed up. Bad Company taking a game off these guys, and it was quite close in the other games as well. It was only 2-3, 2-1, 2-1 in the end in those 3
Yeah.
games.
It was definitely a close series, but as you predicted, SHB had a bit of struggle in the first game, but the last 2 games were definitely on another level. I mean,
Yeah.
the scores might have been close, but Bad Company really, I mean, they had, 3 shots, and SHB had 8 shots, and in the other game was like 4 shots to 9 or something like that. So it definitely shows that Super Baguette was on the upper hand here in this series, despite the close scores.
Absolutely. And hopefully that's not the pattern they continue to repeat. Maybe by now they would have realized that their game 1 needs to be a bit more sure of themselves in that game 1. Because they've lost a bunch of them at this point. But as you say, they've came out strong in game 2. And it was close, but taking advantage of the mistakes by Bad Company, like the bad rotations, going for boost instead of looking at the ball. Some long shots. But hopefully they've realized their mistakes by now and can sort that out going into what will be the semi-final. They're playing up against Full Yolo and Prey. That's Yukio and his team that we mentioned earlier, and we got.
Oh, that will be a boomer! I can't wait to see that one. That will
But
be.
we're not going to be streaming that one.
Oh, what? No.
We're going to be
That's
streaming Turtle Esport versus Fakings.
Oh, that is even.
That's going to be a good one
That
as
is
well.
a good one as well. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. But anyway,
I'm
guys, before we show you the semifinals, we will likely head into a short break. But before we do that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Matcherino. If you have some spare money and you want to contribute to the prize pool as well, make sure you type / exclamation mark Matcherino into the chat for the link where you can give some donations to the prize pool, or if you just want to feel generous and you want to donate to Rewind Gaming at all, you can also do that. When you type exclamation mark donate to support them directly via PayPal. Also, if you want to make sure you have a supporter role on this community, you can support them via Patreon. I think there will be a command already set up. Also, drop a like, subscribe, and follow. No, drop a follow on Twitch if you didn't do. If you want to do, you can also subscribe. Follow Rewind on Twitter as well, and so on. Join the Discord for an amazing community. I think that's about it. And we will head into the break. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Whoa.
All right,
All
we
right.
are back. We
Looks
used
like
the same
we're
choice
back.
of word.
It's
We are
great.
on point.
We've done that a couple of times already together, so
Yeah.
there we go. And it's great to see that despite not displaying any of the matches in the last few minutes, 28 people are still with us.
Mm.
So applause to you
Thank you,
guys
guys.
for being with us. I mean, you probably want to see some Rocket League, so you're like, "Who's this guy talking? Show me some games." But anyway,
Yeah. I mean, we can get these teams into the match now because they're waiting in the lobby. I think got both Turtle Gaming, I believe it is.
Turtle Esport. Come on.
Turtle Esport. My apologies.
It's Turtle Game. Who's gaming? Esports is the new.
There we
is
go. That's the
new shit.
official title. Yeah.
The official one, yeah.
Yeah. So it's Turtle Esport, who won last week's tournament. They did very, very well, and as mentioned earlier, they were 53rd in the EU playing recently. So a very top level team, which is Rennie Rentier, iMonk, and Vano, my boy Vano. Yeah, having to mention it. I know I was very keen on the guy last week. And they're going to be facing Facking. Well, oh god, Fakings. Fakings.
Fakings.
Fakings.
Fuck.
Well, it's just the capitalization. They've got a capital K. And,
Yeah,
and
I know, but it's still
Yeah.
it's like
Fakings.
fakings.
We've got a
probably.
Fakings. So that's Neon Remix, Sharo, and Nolly. Call them Nolly? We'll do it for Nolly. So
Yeah.
some pretty well-known names, at least from Rewind Gaming. We got Neon Remix, of course, played alongside various other players from different teams, like Loki Lit, who I think they actually beat. Or was it Fact?
Yeah, they did. They did. It was between Fakings and Low Kill It,
Yeah.
and they 2-0.
Yep,
So,
teammate rivalry right there, which we didn't quite get to see, unfortunately. But
But the
We've
games
got-
were really close, though. They were 2-1 each. So
oh, that's good. That's good when that happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we can get this game underway. Tilde Sport versus Fakings. That would be great.
Yeah.
And there we
Alright,
go,
and
straight in.
there we go.
That was very quick. Awesome.
It's
So
almost
I'm a-
like we have
Rennie Rentier.
telepathic.
connection to the
abilities.
game.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so I'll take it away from here. Interesting to see who's going to do the kickoff. I expect one guy going for boost, one guy going up to cheat. So let's see.
Maybe.
And it looks like it is Veno and
Oh, that's
Neo
pretty.
going for the kickoff. That was,
They're completely symmetrical there.
yeah, that was impressive, right?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, Neon now putting it up. iMonk is left in a weird position, gets a good touch onto it, but Sharo is already up.
Ooh.
Rainy going for the solo play, and he actually gets it somewhat across Pucker there.
Yeah, that was actually quite unfortunate. I mean, reasonable defensive rotations. Packer in a very awkward angle. He sort of boosted forward a little bit to get him sort of in front of goal, but not anywhere near the actual goal line, which meant that he did not have a good position to come across from the aggression from Rennie Rentier there. That's going to be a very early goal. Turtle Esport getting ahead quite early, which is not good for Fakings right now.
Well, that could be the second one, but Remix is up there. iMonk with a great shot. Veno trying to get another one going, but that enables Sharo for a really long clear. But Rennie is already up, looking for his teammate iMonk in the corner. Sharo to Packer, but Veno reads it perfectly fine. A bit of a traffic jam there in the middle. It's like they solved that issue.
Yeah.
Rennie once more going for, I think, setting up himself there, looking for another double touch or dunk.
Yeah.
Dangerous. No, Remix ends up clearing it, and that leaves an open net. Can iMonk get to it? No, Remix gets it somewhat into the corner, but it's still dangerous. And Rennie is now trying to make something happen.
It's actually a really awkward position, but he's going to take it across. Neon Remix, great read. on the contestant in the center there. But, I mean, the game has slowed down a little bit. Paka can have his teammate Neon Remix destroyed in the center. And what on earth is going on in the defensive rotation from Turtle Esport, leaving their goal wide open?
Yeah,
Managed to get demolition and everything.
Despite blowing up one of the attackers from Fakings, they ended up. Yeah, wait a second.
Lost for words. But no, we've had like 3 of them were in goal, 1 landed awkwardly, and 1 of them went for a contest where they weren't going to get it. But still, we've got Fakings coming in front of goal. The ball's been there for so long, so many 50-50s, so close to the net. Eventually, Ivan managed to get it somewhat to the side. Rennie now can get the pinch, trying to get it out. Paka keeping it straight in. And finally, Vano gets it upfield.
Yeah, it looks like Fakings is trying to continue the momentum they gained from that 1 goal.
Yep.
On the other hand, we see Rennie now taking upon himself to make something happen, but Remix is there. Not the best clear. Imunk gets a good touch there. Vano off the backboard, and Remix has to play that from a really awkward angle. Shero going up already, reading that touch perfectly, mid-air. Riley putting it straight down to Imunk, but it doesn't look like they really get something going with that touch. I mean, it's great that they touch it, but it doesn't do anything.
No, and Paco, the only one there out of like 3. We were noting during the break that some of these really high-level players are just simply missing the ball. Not even like the macro player of the rotations, but the fact that they're simply not hitting the ball in some of these moments where you would expect them to be able to pull it off mechanically. And still, it still plays these teams even in the semi-final.
Yeah, I mean, they probably have to sort of one out. It's the first game between those teams as well.
True.
So they kind of have to figure out what to do. And while I'm talking, Rainy is looking for Vano there, and Paka almost helping out that goal. Shero gets blocked from Rennie, but he gets there just in time. Vano not reading that perfectly, and that leaves Turtle Esport's net wide open. Now Imunk rotated back.
Yeah.
Remix with a great touch there, but Rennie is already up there, kind of resolving the whole situation. And that is difficult for Paka to clear as well.
Yep.
It looks like defense is already back, and Remix is making sure that one gets cleared right away.
Yep, that was awkward. Again, like the angles at which some of these clears are having to be made at are really leaving it open. It's unfortunate, really, on both sides that on one side there's defensive rotations leaving really weak clears, but there's also offensive rotations not giving enough space to get a hard shot either. So it's kind of leveling each other out there. But I mean, it is only 1 minute 11 to go, and it is level pegging, so in the scoreline representing the state of play for sure. Nothing crazy has happened really so far.
Yeah, it looks like really basic stuff, and I think that the goals only resulted in
Vano!
issues in defense, just as I said it, but Shero gets in the way just in time. Paka now with dribble attempt there. Can you see his teammate to the right? Yes, he can. Shero comes in, but Imunk reads it miles ahead.
Yep.
Yet another touch. It's really awkward. And no! It almost looked like Rennie was hitting that one into his own net, but it ended up just rolling across.
Read from Neon Remix. He was already up. In fact, that's going to be Stredikov's goal.
Open net!
Get this. Yep, Neon Remix. I mean, I've got to point out that read. Maybe we'll see it very briefly at the end there. Vano had taken it from the wall into the midfield, and Neon Remix was already up going for it. I don't know how on earth the psychic ability from Neon in the midfield, taking it up, and even later on, so many defenders on the side of Turtle just flying straight past it, means that Faking's going to get this 2-1 lead with only 20 seconds now remaining.
Oh, maybe not. Vano putting it to the side. That is a great play there from him. Imunk not really getting to it. It is still dangerous. Imunk desperately trying to go for it. 10 seconds to go. And this will likely be the last attack if they can get to it. Rainy putting it to Imunk, but Remix leads it miles ahead, and that is probably it. If Imunk doesn't get the magical wind or whatever.
It's keepy uppies. This game of keepy uppies here.
Yeah, doesn't work for him, unfortunately.
So 2-1 on the side of Fakings. I mean, you got to point out some of the individual plays going on. Neon Remix came up with that huge goal to actually seal the deal for them.
Yeah.
Turtle I mean, no individual efforts really shone from their side. They had lots of shots, more shots than Fakings did, but they just didn't send it goalwards.
I mean, it's only been 2 shots, really. As soon as you get to like a certain number, 2 shots more doesn't really dictate how it goes.
Right.
I mean, 6 to 8 is still somewhat the same. Points distribution is the same across the teams as well. So it was overall a really close match. And it really came down to Remix showing off with the perfect read there and ended up scoring it as well. So maybe individual performance will make the difference in the next one. Turtle Esports is definitely on the line here. They have to show up and win the next one to have a shot in continuing to the finals, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, Turtle made it last time and made it all the way. I think they defeated Yellow Nat, which is a very high-level team, in the finals quite convincingly. So it's interesting to see them come under such pressure from Neon Remix's team, who I believe Remix was in the previous tournament, but not with this lineup. So they'd certainly seem to be playing a lot better than they did last time, that's for sure. But we'll see. We're into game 2. Everything can change.
Yeah, we already see some aggression from Fakings right off the bat. Rennie now, look, that's a great pass to Vanu onto the backboard, and Aima comes in. Is that rewarded? So close for him. Right, Brady comes in, gets the dunk. That was a great chain of passes there. Vanu onto the backboard to Aimang. That's not quite in target, but Rennie rotates up in a perfect fashion and gets the dunk there. That was brilliant stuff there. Turtle Esports is taking the lead with a spectacular play.
Yeah, that was very good on the side of Turtle Esports. I mean, there wasn't too much Faking could have done to spread that. I think Neon was kind of the last defender, not doing too well. Oh my goodness, is that gonna go? No, it's passing too high.
No!
Everyone missing it. What on earth?
Rennie saved that one. Aimang was, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten a hard hit on that, but Rennie, with that last second touch, made it impossible for Aimang to react to it.
Paka.
And Paka now comes in with a shot. All of a sudden gets so quick. We're not even 1 minute into the match. Well, that was what we like to see. More of this, guys, please.
Yes, please. More of the passing plays, more of the dangerous in front of goal. Like this. I'm not going to try and hit the center. Not going to get it, and even Neo misses it. Neon just getting a touch on from Rennie's shot. Vando now contesting. There's such high, fast contests going on now in this game too. Complete change of pace from this first game. Rennie going to read up Packer's dribble, and he gets the second touch up to take it around Neon as well. He's still on the ball. A good 50-50 heading center. Neon going to have to try and deal with this team. Imunk coming in. Fortunately, not a very good landing from Imunk. It's going to lead to Fakings managing to take the ball up. Rennie not getting the cleanest of hits up pitch. He's only going to leave that to Fakings to take up. Great shot from Vano. Too high. Imunk coming in. Again, a contest from Packer. Sending it away.
Yeah, no, Aimang, I mean, Turtle Esports is really forcing all of the defense from Fakings right now. Looks like they finally get somewhat of a counter-attack going. Great block there from Sharo. Can he get to it? Rennie comes in. All of a sudden gets so messy. But the defense from Turtle Esports comes out on top there. Neon doesn't get a good touch onto it, but Sharo is there to back him up. He's barely missing it. I mean, there was nobody in the center to follow him up with the passing play as well. I know lots of 50-50s going on. They really, really want to touch the ball. They won't give any of their opponents space to make something happen. Wide clear there from Neo, but Rennie is there. Puts it to the side wisely, and he even gets time to follow it up. Gets the shot, but Neon is in the defense, putting it to the side, enabling Sharo to come back, which we'll likely see having another clear. Oh, that was a weird touch there from Neon.
Yeah, some not very well thought through hits from Neon occasionally here. That one was pretty good, off to Packer on the side. Or Packer was it? Yeah, off to the side from him. So maybe in the defense he seems a little unsure of himself as to where he should be placing these balls once they're trying to deal with things. But I mean, it's the offense they need right now. They're 1-0 down, and it's been that way for quite some time. They need to come up with something amongst themselves, not just these long shots, which honestly, Turtle Esports are going to deal with all day long.
Yeah, but I just want to point out that Turtle Esports has a really good rotation of defense. One guy is always on the backboard, and always one guy on the line, so they're prepared for all of the shots. I mean, we've seen 2 good saves there on the side, but Fakings Struggling a bit. Ironman with the solo play onto the backboard once more. That could have been the hero play, which would have enabled Turtle Esports to get into the game 3, because we have only 1 minute and 19 seconds to go.
Yeah, not long.
So time is ticking versus Fakings right now.
Yep, and they're still getting the contests off. They're still not letting anything by. Packer with a great hit off the underside of the crossbar. Not quite going to squeeze that one in, though. Rennie now going to take it up. Neo onto Packer, back to Neo. Vano going to say, no, you ain't doing that.
Open net.
Oh, what a redirect from Rennie. Perfect. I mean, he had been up there for so long. He kind of just landed there and went for the far boost, trusting that his teammates could clear it properly, and he's going to reward their faith with a brilliant redirect.
That was indeed a brilliant hit, and I think Vano was even there in case Neon Remix would have gotten a save out of that for the block. And there we go, 50 seconds to go. Fakings are really under pressure right now, and we likely see a game 3 if they don't get a goal within the next couple of seconds.
Yeah,
we see Vano putting it to the side there. Neo looking for his teammate Puck on the midfield. Does get a touch into it, but that's not hard enough. Vano making sure to get it into the corner. 2 players from Turtle Esports are out of the play right now, but Rennie makes it back in time. Vano getting a good enough clear there to iMonk. He's putting it onto himself, outplaying Pucker there. But Shero is already back just in time. And with 14 seconds to go, Fakings are really pressuring this goal right now, but it looks like this will be it if the attack doesn't come through instead of faking.
4 seconds. Vano going to take it up into the corner. I mean, it doesn't even matter at this point. There's no way they're getting 2 shots and 2 for this. It's going to be going into a game 3 in this finals. So there we go. Turtle coming back strong in game 2, winning 2-0.
I just want to point out that, as already mentioned, it really came down to individual performance. Rennie he was set up, I think, twice. One time from Vano, one time from iMonk. And I mean, that incredible redirect where Fakings were just all up in the half of Turtle Esports, not respecting those wide clears, and Rennie just happened to be in the right spot and took the opportunity right away. So it really came down to individual performance. Great stuff.
I mean, out of the 2 teams, I felt like Fakings were a bit more blind with their transitions from going from defense to offense. They're kind of more just hit it up, try and follow it. Occasionally in the midfield, they did like a passing play, but it wasn't enough really to get it in front of goal for a shooting opportunity.
Exactly.
That's what did manage to do so.
Exactly. Before we get into game 3, I just want to give a huge shout out to Mitch, who donated $10 on Matcherino. So be like Mitch, give some money. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Mitch, for your donation. Much appreciated. Thanks for your support.
Cheers, man. Yeah, great to see some community involvement there. As I said, all the guys involved here behind the scenes playing the games. Well, the guys playing the games obviously have a chance of getting the prize pool. All the guys behind the scenes are doing this in their own free time. So nice to see some love being shared there as we go into this now, the game 3 between Turtle and Faking.
Yeah, we see Turtle Esports with the first attack just in a matter of seconds. Looks like they really want to win this best of 3. I mean, this game decides whether or not one of the teams continues to be in the finals or the other one just ends up being out. So, yeah.
Well, it is sudden death at this point.
It's true.
Can we see, I mean, Faking's going to have to improve some of their passing and their understanding of where each other are on the pitch, I guess, in order to be able to set up some of these passing plays to even get past this Turtle Esports defense, because they've definitely stepped up that since game 1. That is for sure.
Oh, they might have some flaws in the defense. Neon, just when you said it, but Neon doesn't get a good hit onto it. Ends up clearing it, actually. Oh, that is a good demo there from Neon Remix, giving Neo Shero the time for a hit, but that is too wide and onto the backboard. No way for Parker to follow that one up. And it looks like iMonk gets it somewhat across the field, so Turtle Esports can reassemble the defense.
That was actually quite an awkward bounce there coming out from Neon Remix. He was going to get a decent shot, but met so well in the air. Like the skill it takes to be able to read that ahead of time, to know where the player is going to be to hit the ball. In fact, that's going to bounce pretty awkwardly. No, Neo Remix, great shot. iMonk seeing it ahead of time. Packer still going. That's going to be a shot down. Fortunately, no one. There's one defender there. Can't remember who. I think it's Vano coming down. Just Rennie is sitting on the wall trying to go down. Look at him. Almost manages to save it. Doesn't quite.
Oh, there's such a well-placed shot from Packer. This time round, it doesn't get off the crossbar into the void. This time it goes into the net. And Fakings is taking the lead. So that is great stuff. That will definitely speed up the game even more. And Turtle Esports is now on the line. They need to make something happen ASAP.
Yep. And already we're seeing a bit more. I think we are seeing a bit more awareness from this Faking side as to who is where. In fact, that pass there, unfortunately, on Remix, actually not realizing it quicker than iMonk could. But a lot of time spent in this blue half. They're doing really well to keep it up on that end. But now Rennie finally gets a chance to take it up. Vano's going to pass it center.
Oh.
Anybody there? No. But 3 players on the side of Faking's work.
That is an open net.
Goal. Rennie, no.
Oh no, Rennie. Look at Rennie. If you take a closer look at Rennie there, he goes up the wall, misreading the ball. You should have probably just gone back and get a clear hit onto that. But he wanted to pass it back to his 2 teammates who were on their way back. They were nowhere near the defense, so it was all on him there, but he made a crucial decision that ended up being a goal for Fakings. And that is quite sad though. That might be the 3rd one. Another defensive blunder there, and Neon Remix gets his 2nd goal of the match.
So as we've Rennie sort of kind of standing still, Packer actually went round, hit both Rennie and down on the goal line. Leaving a very, very simple knock-up dribble for Remix to make it 3-0 now in this 3rd game with this best of 3. So really, Turtle Esports have to come up with something and fast. Not missing it like iMonk and Rennie have done in the last few seconds, I should say.
And as much as it came down to individual performance to win a game, it also can come down to individual mistakes to lose one. And I mean, we have a bit more than 2 minutes to go, plenty of time for Turtle Esports to come back from this. But it will take some huge effort, because Fakings is probably not going to let that one go.
Oh.
But just when I said it, iMonk with an incredible touch there. And I'm not sure who was the defense. I think Neon Remix?
Neon Remix, the only one there.
No, it was Sharo. Sharo.
Yeah, Sharo came back.
The
The problem is Sharo and Packer had both been further up the pitch contesting the same ball. And they were way over it inside the Turtle Esports half, leaving Neo Remix on the line. He saw one hit, didn't quite expect there to be a second that took it so far away from him. But that's going to be Turtle Esports taking it back.
Oh no, Vano! That was not the greatest hit, but Rennie is there to help him out just in time. But, I mean, all of a sudden we see the lead melting down to a 2-goal difference. But is that enough? Is that 1 goal enough to enable Turtle Esports to come back from this? iMonk going for the smart play there, trying to pass it up on the wall, but Shero read it like a book, and now he's on the offense, but doesn't get quite a good touch there. Vanono looking for Rennie in the middle, but that is such a weak hit, and Packer, that was an open net if he would have gotten on target. And Shero comes in, that should be a goal! And there we go, 4-1 for Fakings, and it looks like Turtle Esports might be out of this tournament.
Yeah, iMonk, again, with the uncharacteristic misses. He is not used to doing that at all. Don't know whether it's the nerves getting to him. I mean, it's the semi-final at this point, but he should be used to this given his history. And missing at that such a key moment leaves such an open space. And Rennie and iMonk even tossing at the back there as to who is going to save it. Who wants to be the hero for this moment?
Oh, Rennie, what a touch from him! Vano, what are you doing?
What?
That should have been another goal, and that would have been an opportunity for them to come back. But he ruined Rennie's incredible touch there. I'm not sure if he will be happy about that one.
Oh no, I know.
The time is ticking against Turtle Esports. They'll be so tilted off that. That was their opportunity to come back. iMonk again with an interesting touch there, although Vanu comes in and it looks like they're completely falling apart right now. 30 seconds to go.
I feel sorry for iMonk right now. He is not playing his number. He made up some really good plays in this tournament so far, but it's really not being reflected now in this game 3. He is going to get a good demo though. Rennie almost taking advantage of it. He gets it clear right at the
Yeah,
back.
10 seconds to go.
10 seconds, 3-goal lead. It is over now from Turtle Esports. So Fakings come in as a new lineup for this tournament compared to last week. And they're going to take on what were the previous champions 4-1 in this game 3.
Who would have thought that it will end up being not even a close game, but so many mistakes? I mean, we were cheering on Turtle Esports defense, right? We were pointing out that they've done such a good job, but in this game it was non-existent. So many individual mistakes in the defense, and then that I can't even believe that Vano did this. Like, there was no need for him to get to the ball. He just ended up saving it for Fakings. That was
That was intense. Like, of all things that could happen at that moment, that was the last thing they were going to wanted. I mean, Rennie had made a great... Was it Rennie that made the great play in the aerial? Like, he had done the hard lifting.
Yeah, that was Rennie.
To be. And I suppose Vano was kind of, he's just been up in the air. He might not land right. I mean, we've all been in that situation before where we've landed on one wheel or we accidentally spin as we turn around. So I can understand why he would try and go for it, but such a key moment in that game to just fall apart is... I can't imagine what it was like in their comms.
Yeah, that was an incredible moment. Definitely will stay in the memory, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it looks like we will have the finals coming up with Fakings versus Full YOLO, who made it into the finals. I mean, we've seen them playing before.
Yep.
And just to get a brief discussion about what will happen is, I think, what likely going to happen is that Fakings, with the defensive blunders that they had, defensive mistakes, and like messed up rotations, they'll definitely have some major issues versus Full YOLO and Prey if they continue to play like we've seen them earlier.
Absolutely. It's going to be a very intense game, but before we go on, we are going to take a quick minute break just to clear our heads, get ourselves ready for this final team, Full YOLO and should be absolutely explosive, best of 5, and we'll see how they do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys stick around, and we'll be back in no time at all.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. It's the finals, guys. It will be probably the best game of the tournament, so stay tuned. See you guys.
I've always known things about myself. I've just chosen to not recognize them and act on them. Like, I've always been aware of my faults. I didn't crave to want to feel great because I haven't felt the way I've been feeling recently and feel now in a very long time. Like, I feel whole again.
dropping out now. Good luck. Over and out.
All right, and we are back for this, the final games. It's best of 5. We've seen it going on for the last 2 and a bit hours. We're now left with Fakings and Full YOLO. Teams are slowly joining in. Should be a
From
good
all the
game.
teams.
Mm.
We're now left with the elite of this Rewind Gaming Weekly number 31. And it's going to be between Fakings and Full YOLO, as you already mentioned. So maybe you want to talk about the history of the teams briefly.
I mean, we just saw Fakings play. They were not the most passing players. I think even Full YOLO and Prey that we saw right at the start of the day, the very first match we streamed, I think they've definitely got a better passing play in the midfield for sure. I haven't seen that from Fakings yet. Full YOLO coming back off a win against Super Hot Baguette, which is I think that was Zedo, Flipsy, and Steak, who were again a very, very solid team, and they beat them fairly easily. 3-2 first game, then 4-1 and 3-0. So they go into this final at full pelt, as are Fakings from the recent match. And yeah, this is going to be nothing short of explosive, honestly.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a boomer of a game, hopefully, even better than the ones we've seen right now. I mean, Full YOLO, I think so far what we've seen on stream at least has been the game with best passing play and overall team synergy, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a challenging experience for Fakings.
Since when we last saw them as well. So if they started the day with those passing plays, like in the game 1 against Havoc that we saw, what are they going to be like now after playing some very good teams? I dread to think, but we're gonna send it in, get the call to the players to get in the game, and we're gonna start off this final as soon as possible. As said, best of 5, so it's a bit more forgiving at this point. Much better than the best of 3s, where the first game can matter so much, and I think both these teams have had problems in the past with those first game jitters coming out.
Exactly, but the teams are already in, so they want to get going. Let the finals begin. This is the last match, the last series of the day between Fakings and Full YOLO. Grandy, take it away.
All right, we're seeing Charo and Tigre coming in for the initial hits. Zafir with a great pass sent in. That's going to drop down. Yukio not ready for the defensive mistakes from Fakings. But they're going to eventually get it out, fortunately for them. Packer now looking at it. Both Neon and Packer both looking at it. I'm not sure why they're both following each other there. Unfortunately, no one on the side of Full YOLO was waiting at all in the center for that. It feels like they're almost overestimating their opponents right now. So many mistakes already. But the pace is being set, and it's definitely being set by Full YOLO.
Yeah, they start off really strong right away, and I can already see some rotations of Fakings. But they get a wide clear. Sapphire is already up. Not the best touch there, leaving Yukio in a really awkward position there. He has to get to it. Clears it right towards Neon Remix. But Sapphire is back in the goal to make sure that's not him. But it's still not over yet. Charo looking for Packer there. Cross play there. Using the backboard. Tiger comes in, not getting the best touch. Yukio is up. That is not a great touch, but he ended up putting it into the corner to get his teammates some time to come back. Charo completely misreading that. Tiger comes in, but Remix is already back, putting it in the corner on the other side. Now he's hopefully looking for his teammate. Now Sapphire getting a great touch there, getting yet another touch. Yukio with a good demo there, but they were not able to capitalize on that. And Tiger is taking off the pace just for a moment.
Yep, it seemed like Fakings had turned up the heat a little bit, and when that happens, when you're starting to feel a little bit sort of rushed, actually controlling it down and doing some ground play is often a good way of relieving that pressure. So, well on the side of Full YOLO to do that. Near hit, Yukio hitting it off the post. Tigre now going to keep it back into the center. Zafir with a great hit. In fact, a combined touch between two. Don't quite get the angle. Leaving Remix to now take it up the field. Yukio and Neo Sharo going to have a little bit of a face-off. 2 players on the side. Yukio coming in.
Great.
Not going to make it.
Oh,
And I think when you're about to say great passing play in the center there.
No, I was saying that was a great little touch there from Yukio, and that was hard enough right underneath the crossbar, and Neon Remix is not able to save that one. 2 minutes 54 left on the clock. We see Full YOLO being the first team who's taken the lead. The first
blood.
first game as well. First blood, exactly. Sapphire now. That could have been a great touch there. Tiger was waiting. I'm pretty sure he was aiming for him. Neon Remix now looking for his teammate Sharo to help him out clear that one. To the wall, to Packer. And that is a great pinch there, but unfortunately there's no way for Sharo to read that one perfectly.
Yeah, no way are they doing anything. Yukio trying to go for the aerial off the ceiling. He didn't manage to get the reset, but he wasn't quite aligned perfectly. Like Packer, I feel like he could have done better there. Yukio was ready and waiting. Managed to hit it off to the side. Neon going to try and keep it towards the center. All 3 members of Fakings inside the full YOLO half. Double commit now means that Yukio is going to take her up the pitch, hitting it onto Zafir. They've just got to get it center. Good hit. Not going to get the double touch. Yukio coming in to keep the pressure on. Remix now taking it away from Sharo. Are they finally going to get this out? I think so.
It looks like, and it ends up being a counter-attack for Fakings, but unfortunately the shot from Neon Remix was not hard enough. Sapphire getting easy clear. Yukio with a great shot there, almost putting it into the top right corner there, but unfortunately not quite on target. Tiger now comes in. They want to keep up the pressure. They know that Fakings is low on boost, but it looks like they resolved the situation and now pressuring onto Full YOLO's net there. A little bit of I'm not quite sure what's going on there right now. 4 players committing to the ball, not getting any touch onto it whatsoever. Tiger, really awkward angle for him. No one's in the back there for Full YOLO. And Packer, that was an unfortunate touch there from him. Not getting any sort of pressure onto the ball whatsoever. It looks like Zephyr finally getting the ball out of their half. Can he get it center? No one's in the defense there from Fakings. No one's in the net. Tiger putting up once more. Neon has to get. Yukio comes in, gets that one touch as he needed, but Tiger, an impressive shot there. Neon Remix with the reaction of his lifetime.
What? I want to replay on that. Like, what did he do? Like, he was sitting on the side. He jumped off, I think. I mean, Yukio.
Oh,
Again, Neo seeing the double touch opportunity coming from Yukio, knowing enough about the game to get it on. Neo with a great hit.
Oh, there we go.
In to take it 1-0 with only 38 seconds remaining.
That was quite a chain of events right there. And it ended up being Fakings with a great shot there from Neon Remix. So well placed, and the post helps him out and rewards him for that play. 38 seconds left, and it's just game 1, guys, and it's already so intense.
I actually sort of lost breath for a moment there. That was quite something. I don't think that's ever happened before. We see just the pace in sort of a minute of play there from both teams. Either one of them could have pulled something out of the bag. But yet, with 18 seconds to go, we see touch in front of net.
That should be a goal. There we go. Tigre not following up his own touch there. He was probably not expecting that one to drop down. He saw Sharo going up for it, but Sapphire is there, and he just puts it in the center. 2 players on Fakings are not enough to save that one. And 14 seconds to go, Full YOLO taking the lead once more. And now it's all onto Fakings to come back from this, just in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, they've got to come up with something interesting. It's a good few 50-50s they need right now. Oh, Neon Remix could have gotten the extra touch pass to Neo. Doesn't quite make it. Tigre, they've got literally this touch. It's a good touch, but Tigre is not going to get on the end of it. And that is going to be 2-1 to Full YOLO.
But what an intense first game we've seen. That's the finals. That is setting the right pace for the finals. And I think we're not gonna keep them on their toes. We'll just go right back into the next one. Man, that is I like that one. I didn't expect Fakings to put up such a fight. Full YOLO definitely have to watch out.
Full YOLO managed to pull off some great passing plays earlier on. They managed to pull it off against Habaku. We're not the most high-rated of teams, let's face it. They are
Okay.
now up against Fakings, who have some seriously high-level seriously high-level players. And there's, I think I'm just seeing in the background the Neon save. Good lord. Like, the mechanics on these players are now good enough that they can see some of these passing plays happen. I mean, you can't just do a simple 1-2 and expect to get a goal. Because Fakings will be able to see it from a little distance away. So we'll see what happens in game 2.
All right, so let's see. We'll likely see the standard kickoff. One going for boost, one cheating. So we do. Tigre comes in quite heavily. Sapphire gets a good touch with it, and Yukio was so high up. It could have been dangerous. Paka now with a clutch demo there, but not good enough touch. Neon Remix was waiting for it, and now we see a counter-attack on the side of Full YOLO. Yukio put it to Sapphire, getting in the way, almost getting another touch, but Neon Remix gets that one crucial hit that he needed, and that leaves the net almost open. Sapphire is already back, but it's not good enough. Neon Remix getting yet another touch. Tigre backwards, really awkward for him to save. Yuko with a wide clear. Neo Sharo has to get to it, but he doesn't, and Yuko will get a goal. That was that was so fast though. So
Neo was just so out of position.
Yeah.
Like, he was following Neon Remix up the pitch, almost alongside him, like hardly a couple of cars length behind him. Completely out of position, not in a safe place. He managed to get some kind of save off, it's just not enough.
Definitely not. Yukio once more. Can he get the double touch? He's definitely looking for it. Tigre is patiently waiting, puts it back once more, but Neon Remix is already up there, getting the clear towards Paka. And that could be a dangerous situation. I imagine the players from Full YOLO don't have enough boost. Great interception there from Paka, making sure he takes the side boost as well. Can he get another touch? Yeah, he does. But it looks like no one from Fakings is there to help him out. They respect those wide clears. We're kind of waiting in the midfield. And now... Oh, that is not a good touch from Shero there.
I like the idea of passing it back to your defender, but not when it's in the air in front of what is now an attacking player.
Ooh.
They're going to go for it, live up to their name, and fly in front. Oh, actually, that's a very fortunate bounce. Oh no, is that going to go in? What? Was that no goal?
That was an own goal. I'm not sure. I mean, Neo Shero outplaying two defenders there. And Neon Remix puts it to Yukio.
No.
Tigre, I'm not sure why he's jumping up there. He's probably just trying to help his teammate out. But it ended up being an own goal. Like, what a way to come back from Fakings.
Poor Tigre. Like, I can understand why he would go after that. I mean, he should have had faith in his teammate getting it out. But when you're that zoned in at this kind of... Yukio zoned in on the bottom right-hand corner. Comes in like a rocket. I mean, such a high hit there. Flying up, turning his car sideways. Just about squeezing it into that bottom right. Past the defender on the...
I just want to point out that Shero was almost saving that off the backboard there.
Yeah.
But it was too well placed. I think if it would have just been a tiny bit more in the air, not just tightly to the ground placed as it was, would have probably got the save there. Yukio, he's really showing up this match with a lot of those awkwardly, I'm not sure how he does that, like really awkward angles, but yet he's getting so hard hits. It's really throwing off the defense for Fakings quite a lot.
You can see it right just a moment ago there. Like the way he turns his car and just to be able to flick it at a certain angle that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to do if you had an air roll. I mean, the high level players will do that. And he's managed to do that with a crazy amount of success so far this game. As a 2-1 up now with half the game still to go, but it's certainly showing how they got to this final. And again, so much pressure. Tigre's still going to keep it up that side. Maybe they've ended it. Nope. He's still going for another 50-50.
Can he get another
Another
one?
touch! No way! In front of goal! Almost shooting goal! Surely! No!
Oh, Neon Remix almost own-goaling that on the other side of the pitch. And Yukio was ready to go, so he had to touch it. But it ended up being okay for Fakings. The situation is not over yet. That is an open net now on the side of Full YOLO. Neon Remix, can he get a touch? No, Shero was ready. That should have been the goal. That should have been the equalizer for them.
And Neo blocks the shot from the follow-up. They're now scrambling back in defense, trying to try and punch down center, which he does so well. That was perfectly placed. Unfortunately, no one else from YOLO waiting there. Zephyr now going to go with the shot. It's going to go past two of them there, or maybe even all three. That's going to be 3-1.
And Shero Remix both going for the clear there, but unfortunately it's not high and hard enough. Ends up being in front, ends up landing in front of Sapphire there, and he takes a really well placed shot there, just hard enough in the top left corner. And 3-1 for Fuliolo right now. That is, I mean, 1 minute 40 to go is plenty of time for Fakings.
It is.
But they have to show up. They have to improve their game quite heavily, because Fuliolo is now on a rampage. It's just when I said it.
Surely.
Sheriff, a good shot. Remix comes in. Sapphire with a clutch save. They have to get to it. Pekka putting it to the side, trying to keep ball possession, but it ends up being a clear for Fuliolo.
Uh-oh. This ain't good. Sapphire, oh, good 50-50 there from Neon. Neo just having none of it. He knows that with 1 minute 20 left, they've really got to come fast. Neon going to take it up. A good clearance out from Tegri. Sapphire also looking at that one, thinking he was going to get something on it too. Pekka going to try and play disruption game in defense. Just that little tiny touch. In fact, Neon Remix taking it center. Yukio with a great clear. Pekka can only send it up. He's going to follow it up. Yukio is now going to try and clear it.
All 3 players from Fakings are up there. The only Remix is already back, and the time is ticking against Fakings. 44 seconds to go. Can they make something happen? It looks like Fuliolo is a bit all over the place as well. Can they make use of that? Can they somewhat get that one touch? Pekka was at 3 now, all 3 in the same corner, and Sapphire finally gets some time for them. No, Neon Sharu comes in, gets the shot on target, but he gets interrupted. Sapphire desperately trying to clear that one. There we go. Tigri comes in, 20 seconds to go. If they don't score right now, if they don't score of that attack, which they might do, Neo Sharo looking for Pekka there, but that was not good enough of a pass. Yukio comes in, last 10 seconds to go, and I think we will see Fuliolo taking away this game.
Yeah, that was so close for a moment there. In fact, is that going to be a final goal? No, that was going to be, I think, a 3-1 at the end. But not quite making it. But what can we say? The Fuliolo team are surprising Fakings in some of their rotations, getting into places where Fakings just do not expect a shot to come in from, whether it be at the near post, like Yukio pulled off quite early on. And even Tigri and Sapphire doing such a good job of putting the ball in such awkward positions for Fakings to try and deal with.
Definitely, and the next game is going to be match point already for Fuliolo here. So Fakings have to step up. I mean, I'm not sure what to suggest. It looks like they're rotating. I mean, they had a couple of double commits, to be fair.
They did, yeah.
So it gets quiet. If it gets fast, it doesn't look like they keep their cool. But all of the teams look like a bit all over the place in the last minute, which is great. It's great to cast, great to see. It's really exciting. But Fuliolo now having all the advantages that they could hope for, even 3-0ing potentially Fakings in the finals.
Completely agree. This is going to be an explosive potential last game. Who knows? Tigray and Yukio, not sure who's going to go for that one. I mean, it was Tigray. Sapphire now going to pass it off to Yukio. He's going to do a nice twirl. Giving us a little bit of a show.
Oh, that is an open net.
Tigray doing enough though. Again, some of these moments you wonder whether Fakings should just try and find a teammate to pass it to instead of doing a sort of semi-half-assed shot towards the net. But in fact, Neon, it's a great hit. Yukio with even a great read.
Oh, no way!
From Tigray!
Tigray? I thought it was Tigray, but doesn't matter. Look at that redirect. What an awkward angle for him. And Neon Remix was not ready for this. Hits it hard enough just over the last defender. But that is quite a statement. And Fakings, they have to step up their game. Only 40 seconds into the match.
I mean, what can he do against players that can pull that kind of thing off? Like, that was intense. That was backwards, turning, sort of leaning back, barely getting a touch on it, but enough to redirect it towards the net. That was a beautiful shot there from Tigray.
And it's great to see Tigray showing up as well. I mean, we've seen Yukio and Sapphire going for those good shots, amazing plays, but Tigray also a high caliber player. Not the best clear though. Yukio has to make sure he comes out of net for that 50-50. Ends up being okay. Tigray now versus Neo Shero, bumping the Neo Shero there towards his own net. Almost scoring that one, but Neon was already back. Looks like Fakings are trying to figure out a way to break the defense from Full YOLO, but it looks like they didn't find a solution yet.
No, there's been some good pressure, some good early contests. In fact, Neon.
Oh, is that in?
Is that going towards goal? No, not quite.
Oh, that was so
Zephyr
close.
Both looking at it. Packer too close behind. Unable. He's actually going to land on the ball. Very awkward touch for him. Look at that from Tigre. Oh, Tigre actually hitting Yukio. Unfortunate for him, that was going to be a reasonable self-setup. And so the ball goes loose. Yukio going to keep it up in the half. Tigre going to tap at center. Onto Zephyr. Back to Yukio. Towards the center.
Oh
Almost
my.
gets the touch back. Tigre not quite in the right position. But this is what separates these two teams. I mean, they're going to try now. Fakings to get a passing play between Neon and Packer. Doesn't quite make it. But you see how quickly the counterattack comes in from Full YOLO.
Yeah, I just want to point out, I mean, that was even the 4th touch play. Packer now versus the defense, fakes out Tigre there. But, oh, that was so close. The post is on the side of Full YOLO there. That was such a good individual play there from Packer.
Well,
But
the thing
didn't
is-
get rewarded for it.
He was the only one alive at that moment.
Was he?
Both of his other players got demolished at the exact same moment behind him. So,
Okay.
I mean, at least that sorts out the defensive rotation. The fact that both your players are going to be respawning soon. But yeah, Packer did manage to get a reasonable touch off in the end. But anyway, we move on. 2 minutes remaining. 1 goal separating these teams in match point.
Oh no, Packer!
Open.
What?
Demolition.
What
moment.
Neon remix! If that was the best demo that I've seen in the whole tournament so far. That was definitely a goal. Tigre on the other side, getting yet another demo in. Packer is stuck to the backboard. That should be a goal. Tigre comes in with the 2nd goal of the game. He's really showing up.
Yeah, again, I mean, the demolition was actually really quite high up on the pitch, so no real chance for that player to have gotten back for the rotation. So it was just a simple case of the speed at which Full YOLO was attacking that ball against the positioning from Fakings in front of their net, not quite getting it where they need to be.
Yeah, and Packer being stuck on the backboard doesn't really help as well. Zephyr comes in, Neon Remix gets a really awkward touch, Packer missing it once more, and Tigre deciding not to go for it, enables Neon potentially for a goal, but he doesn't get to it once more. Zephyr up, but Packer is there for the challenge in the midfield.
Oh,
Tigre, that was not the greatest pinch. Their goal is widely exposed. Zephyr comes in. Neoshero with a great contest there once more. Can Zephyr make something happen? Can they clear it? It looks like they can. Yukio looking for Tigre in the midfield. Tigre goes up, but he's too far away from the ball to really follow that one.
yep. He's going to try and pass it off. Doesn't quite make it. I think there's quite a wide rotation coming out from Full YOLO. Yukio just about meant to come in at the tail end. In fact, that's
what
a
a
great
pass!
pass middle. What a save from Neon again. Savior Neon Remix has done this a good couple of times now. No flukes on his end. Great car control to get up where he needed to be. But it's by no means over. Still, the ball keeps on managing to come center in front of net.
I mean, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Fakings at this exact moment are out of the tournament. Doesn't look like they can come back from this quite enough. But no, all three players from Full YOLO are up. Can Packer, can he find Shero in the midfield? He's looking for him. But now he's left open. 2 players from Full YOLO are back, and that is good enough. Tigre with the 3rd save as well. 15 seconds to go.
No.
Fakings need to make something happen ASAP, but it doesn't look like it since Full YOLO is on the attack. Good clear from Neoshero, but Tigre comes in. They're just playing the time right now. 5 seconds to go, and I think it's fairly safe to say at this moment that Full YOLO will take away the Rewind Gaming. Yukio almost with an incredible touch there once more, but GG's to Full YOLO, and yeah, they're gonna take away the grand finals.
Whew.
What a series!
Goodness. I mean, Full YOLO taking the series 3-0 in this best of 5. I mean, they showed why they're here. Let's face it. Fakings did so well in the last game. We saw them come out on top against Turtle, the previous winners. But see Yukio come in, play so well, and even his teammates step up to the plate when they needed to.
Yeah.
And that shot from Tigre, I still can't quite get over that.
That was a brilliant touch as well. But yeah, Tigre definitely being the MVP in the counting match there for Full YOLO. But still, kudos to Fakings for making it to the finals.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it looked like they got a bit outclassed there from Full YOLO. But they're looking like a promising team, nevertheless. Showing
Yeah,
some
I mean, it definitely
good,
felt like... Yeah, it definitely felt like the YOLO team had played more together. They were definitely playing as a team better in the end.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it comes down to team play, really. Individual performance is good, but if you rely on that, I'm not sure.
If you're
Anyway.
you're going to get 3-0 by a team that is good team play.
Maybe. So, case proven.
Case closed.
Anyway. So, I think we didn't mention it often enough. If you want to contribute to, I mean, it's now full YOLO and Prey.
Do you know who's going to get the money?
It's
late,
now
my
full YOLO
friend.
and Prey's prize. If you want to contribute to that, you can still do that by typing !Matcherino into the chat. And if you have some spare money and you want to help players out, reaching their goals, helping them develop, even help the community to grow, make sure you put them some money, put them some bucks if you can afford so. But other than that, is there anything else to say? You wanna
Yeah,
tackle
I
on
mean,
something?
of course, Rewind Gaming. This is the Saturday weekly tournament. So this time next week, exactly the same setup. We'll have a Smash bracket open sometime towards the end of the week, and you can sign up to go against what is some really high-level teams, as you've seen tonight. So,
I mean, you know what to expect after this tournament, right? I'm pretty sure you have seen a couple of earlier tournaments as well. So
it's a tough
if you
arena.
if you aim for that money, you have to show up.
You have to work for it, definitely. And also, there's the Thursday night 1v1 exclusives as well. Is run here by Rewind. Also casted and streamed on this channel. So again, if you haven't dropped a follow, please do, and you'll see more of this kind of content coming out from Rewind Gaming. But I think from us, that is about it. Nothing much left to say. Congrats to Full YOLO.
We can also, also a huge thanks to Poison Wasp, obviously the biggest name in the Rocket and the Rewind gaming community. Thanks for helping us out with the broadcast today. Also for all the people in the background, Bucketman,
Gaming, Ben.
Yeah, So Gaming,
Big
and
shout
all
out.
the others that I might not know the name of and forgot right now to mention. Huge thanks for you guys. Without you, it wouldn't have been able to hold this tournament. Also, huge thanks to all the viewers that are still here and have been here. Thanks for your participation, and I hope you had a great experience with us. I mean, it's the first time ever we casted for Rewind Gaming as well, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, you can give us some feedback.
We love that, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
constructive. It's like, yo guys are garbage. Doesn't really help us. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it.
And so
there
from
anything
us, I think that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys another time, whether Thursday, Saturday, or another time entirely.
All
See
right.
you then.
Yeah, my name is Flamebusted,
And I'm Grandy.
and we're out of this. See you guys.
Ciao.